There we go.
Fine.
Okay.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Why are you stroking his hair?
Fine.
Nate, you want to get in on this too, or
Sorry.
I don't know.
No.
We can have more than that.
I have really want to just done that enough.
What? You've done that. Excuse me. Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Yes, you will now perish.
Pass the dragon. Pass the dragon.
Pass and Dragon.
Scourge. Okay. Scourge of Kamlisle. Scourge of Kamlisle.
Campbell Soup. Not a sponsor.
Hashtag not spawn. I forgot that was a soup.
Yep.
It's a soup.
Really
I have soup. Why are you buying clothes at the superstore?
Because they sell excellent soup clothing.
They don't sell clothes. They just sell soup.
What I told you, I'm
Because it's the soup store.
I'm the soup.
When last we left our heroes, you had exited Lord Chiron's.
We have
They
killed a couple of zombies.
You killed a couple of zombies. They weren't nice zombies.
They were bad zombies.
You were bad zombies.
We're attacking.
Very you were
very
going to
unfond.
do a favor for Lord Chiron by getting rid of some fanatics that are killing his undead.
It's true. It's true.
And you had just murdered some of the rabid zombies that were not under his control.
Very true. Very true.
We begin with you arriving at the shore where you saw the plume of smoke. And you see you just do see a couple rowboats that are parched up with with a couple of old watchtowers. And you see about 6 or so men in robes pouring water all over the ground, with one man covered in armor, and he is holding out a holy symbol. They do not,
Just like
they have
this.
yes.
Like, over...
Well, he's holding out a holy symbol over the sand.
Ah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just holding out over the ocean. I was like,
I will
that's
purge
one
the
way of
ocean of
doing it.
evil.
Bold move, man. This ocean of holy water.
The Kraken just sizzles up to the surface.
Are you saying the Kraken is undead?
Yes. Or
Yes.
particularly evil.
Yes. Or it's just particularly susceptible to holy water for no other reason.
They have not noticed you as of yet.
They will momentarily.
So there's
There are a total of 7 people, one of which is covered in armor. The others are
are they
wearing robes.
all in a similar area, or are they spread out?
They're spread out.
Right, so...
Excuse me, Aaron.
I know, okay.
I'm
Here's my idea, right?
I'm sitting here.
So, tell me if I'm crazy, but
You are.
Jarwin, you and your servant are going to stay back here and just kind of hide out for this first idea. Leilani and myself are going to approach. Leilani, you follow about 15, 20 feet behind me once I actually get up to these people, and then I will use my silver tongue, my honeyed words to convince these people to leave.
Oh, and the one wearing armor is a couple of feet shorter than the rest of them.
Like, by a couple feet, do you mean like actually?
He's 2 feet shorter.
Okay.
Roughly.
Had to make sure he was...
Small boy there.
It would have been odd to see a small creature in full plate.
Waiting around 100 feet back.
Hey, you
So
go first?
I wait
Absolutely,
you to
go.
step forward.
Yeah. Well, this is what Philip has proposed, and he's more or less like,
All right.
I'm not sure the others were listening to your plan.
I am.
Joran 100%. All he just cut it off at, you two stay back here.
You're like,
Okay, all right. I bet.
Again, I am staying 100 feet.
all right, I'll be back there. Just
all right. Well, then.
sitting down.
And with that, Philip will just take even larger strides than he normally does, and with
His legs aren't that long.
a spring in his step, some exaggerated movements. Not a march per se, but yes. Imagine a bard just casually walking. Yes,
Casual,
almost.
fanatics.
Bring it down about 2 notches, and you got it. Just yes.
And the others making fun of you as you do that.
I am waiting for him to get about 20 feet away, and then I will, as he said, follow behind.
And one of the men notices you, and they hold out their holy symbol.
Stop.
Oh,
You violated the law.
Who are you?
my name is Philip, and that back there is my servant Leilani. I've come here to ask you some questions.
We were not expecting to see other living creatures.
But rest assured, we are quite living.
I wouldn't go that far.
Are you?
Feel free, use whatever fancy mumbo jumbo magic you've got going on there, and certainly I'll pass your tests.
That's about right.
I probably have caught up at this point.
Yeah. He's just eyeing you. as he-
Disagree.
Some people have shown up. Others are here.
Hello.
A couple of the others notice. The other, some of the others about 50 feet or so away notice but do not come over. But the short armored one does walk over. These two have come out of the forest to ask us some questions. And the short one is, hello, how can we help you?
Yes, my name is Philip, and as I was just saying to your friend here, this is my servant Leilani. So, question number 1. Who are you?
We are servants of the Veil.
The Veil. What is... Forgive me,
The church.
Right. What deity do you...
We do not serve a deity. We serve the Veil.
What is the Veil?
What we serve.
Anything more you can
It
say?
is more of a concept than a deity.
I see. So it's more like idyllic standards that you embody and
Yes.
spend.
May I ask why you are here and how?
Hold on. I'm the one asking the questions here. Number 2. Why are you here?
To purge this island of undeath.
Right. Why?
Because undeath is evil. My goal is to purge the world of evil.
I don't know. I have met many undead things in my travels, and not all of them. I will say not all of them are evil.
I highly doubt that.
I mean,
Are you undead?
do I look undead?
No. Why are you gesturing to yourself?
Do I seem undead?
No.
Do I seem evil?
No. You're
Proving
my
my
point.
What reason would I have to lie to you about my non-evil undead friends?
Necromancy and undeath, or undeath necromancy, is inherently evil.
Maybe.
Would you know anything about
It's all a matter.
necromancy?
It's all a matter of perspective, anyway. I know virtually nothing about necromancy.
So you have no room to speak on such matters.
No, my room to speak is with my relationships with necromantic people.
Oh, could you show me to them?
No.
I would like to meet these
Well, it's
Non-evil
just me and my
undead.
servant here, and my servant isn't.
Then why are you telling me this?
Well,
Are they here on this island?
If you'd let me continue with my questions. Number 3. What would it take you to get? What would it take to get to the
Once we complete our purpose.
There's a lot of island to complete here.
Yes,
How long do you intend to be here?
until there are no more.
Right, but what if that takes longer than your entire lifetime?
It won't.
But what if? How do you know?
Like-
I live quite a long time.
Leilani is gonna look around at this group of 12, 15 people. 8.
Seduce
8 or
the
so.
8
dragon.
people. And then look back to this man. like,
Oh, these fine gentlemen are here to clean up after I'm done.
And what do you mean by after you're done doing what?
Purging this island of undeath. They are there to cleanse the land. Not to deal with the
how
undead.
does one go about cleansing the land?
I'd ask them. I'm not the one doing
Right,
it.
you. How does one go about cleansing the land?
It is quite a complicated, long
I have all the time in the world.
mass
Which
turn on.
is not anything incredibly important.
Show me.
Yeah.
And with that, Philip will just clasp his hands behind his back. Just
I'm sorry, we cannot begin the ritual until the undead are dead or gone from this land.
I see. It requires actual. It's not you're cleansing the land literally. You are cleansing the
We
inhabitants.
are cleansing the land after the undeath is gone.
Hollowed ground, yes. It's a concept of an area that is there are areas of sanctified ground that prevent undead from coming back to an area.
I see.
The castle and island of Scarfate used to be quite a holy place before the undead came.
Right. And what do you know of the undead here?
We know very little, which is why we are here.
What brought you here?
And
I think the answer to that
the dwarf will go
The Veil.
purge this island of undeath.
Yeah, I figured. Right. How did you hear about the island?
We can't hear.
Everyone knows about the island.
I can confidently say that I knew virtually nothing.
Well,
about
then
it.
I am wrong. Most know about the island.
That's probably a more fair judgment.
Yet you are the first person I have met on my travels that does not.
Sorry, would this be an island that we should be familiar with?
It is. The island itself is people would know it exists. Just what is on it is not what is known.
He's probably speaking
Is
from
there-
his personal
Is there you can go there and never come back stories, or is it just it's an island?
Well,
It's just a
yes,
nobody
it is
really ever goes
literal.
there because
you
it's
go
all
there and you
dead.
do not know knowledge history. This will determine if you know this.
12.
Yeah, there are stories like that.
Okay.
Bad juju.
I have knowledge and ability.
Good
same
juju.
thing.
Bad juju. Good Brian juju. Bad Leilani juju.
Leilani always has good juju. It's her thing.
That's true. This island
It's her thing.
is just
Okay.
completely bad juju.
It is. Yes, that is true. Anyway,
Right. I see. So, again, I want to go back over the. How long? You intend to be here until.
Until the undeath is dealt with. Yes.
Right. Do you have a line of supplies that come in from another island or another nation, country that feed you?
That is confidential information.
Okay, but everything else here is dead, so it would be the only reasonable assumption to
I
make.
mean, you are not. So,
Okay, fair point.
and I
Right.
do not wish to tell you unless
My point is, you can't live off the land here, so obviously you must have a supply line from somewhere else that comes in. You don't have to tell me. It's just the obvious thing to do, unless you have magical means to do so, which I wouldn't put it past you as I. My servant here possesses some forms of magic, but I really don't understand the thing very much. Anyway.
John, who can't hear it, goes, ha!
How large is the Church of the Vale?
Oh, it is quite large. It is the main church of... Crap, I forgot the name of the city.
Norwich.
Yeah, that's right. Of Norwich.
Ah, Norwich.
And, as far as I'm aware, the major religion of Thessiton. But
Right. What do you think of the leader of Norwich?
it is not my opinion to think of the leader.
But if you had to have one.
Your opinion is
My
that
job.
you don't think.
My job, I meant to say my job. It is not my job to have an opinion.
It's not
Alright.
being
Then forget whether or not it's your job. On your personal time, your free time, what do you think?
I do not have free time. I am always...
Right, you live and breathe the Vale.
Yes.
Fair enough, I
I am a
suppose.
paladin of the Vale.
Can't disrespect a man devoted to his cause. Well then.
Are we done here?
No.
I have undead to slay.
I do have to think about, or something I would like to roll for Leilani, a knowledge, religion check. To be able to, like, what is it that these people believe? If I recall correctly, didn't we have a Veil person back?
we
They came to talk to your dad in session 1?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I would at least have talked to them, but
Right. Yeah. That definitely was a person.
I disagree. People
well,
don't
it
exist.
seems as though it has completely slipped my mind.
Completely
As-
eluded me.
yes, that is a natural one.
You've heard the name.
I have had discussions with them about theology before, but apparently I can't remember.
It was a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
Bad juju.
It was at least 2 months ago.
It was a while ago. Yeah. That's the excuse.
You know,
I do have terrible memory canonically, so sure.
Maybe.
Religion.
But yeah, okay. So, remind me what it is that the veil serves.
We serve the innate power of knowledge itself and believe it is sacred.
Fair.
What is it about that belief that causes you to believe undead is inherently evil?
It is not the belief of knowledge being sacred that has led us, or at least me, to believe that, but all of my studies and all of my teachers have made me come to that conclusion.
So it's not a religious thing as much as a personal belief?
A bit of both.
What about your religion causes you to go after these undead creatures? You said it was a study of knowledge, yes?
Yes.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but killing things does not tend to gain knowledge. Or, more accurately, I suppose, sending things...
Paladins of the Vale's job is not to gain knowledge. It is to protect the Vale and protect the sanctity of knowledge.
So do these people pose a threat to the
They are
Vale?
not people.
I apologize. Do these creatures pose a threat to the Vale?
If they grow out of Scarfate, then yes.
How would they do so?
They could leave Scarfate.
How? Do you
A boat.
do you expect zombies to construct boats now? Do you think they have the
I
money?
believe they are these are intelligent undead.
I believe they're
I don't know much, but the first thing I know about the undead is
Sounds like it's
most of them do
Then
not.
how can they be friendly and good?
I said most of them.
No, I believe there are some intelligent undead on this island. Am I wrong? Seeing as you seem to live here?
No, I certainly don't live here.
Then why are you here?
That's an excellent question for a later time.
I would like an answer now.
I'm sure you would.
I will not answer any more questions until that question is answered.
All right. Well, I'm staying here for a time because
Where are you staying?
I'm just staying on the other side of that ridge over there.
Where the majority of undead are?
Yes.
How are you surviving?
I'm very good with my sword, and she's very good with her magic.
Are you getting supplies?
No.
Then how are you surviving?
Cannibalism.
I'm gonna lie. Did you say capitalism? Run for days, boys. Rotten meat.
What was that?
19.
I've had nothing but mackety bread for 3 stinking days. Yeah.
Why can't I have some meats?
Oh yeah, I am ready to whenever.
Good gods!
Now, I know it's not the
You're
most...
eating them.
After they're dead twice, yes.
This changes nothing.
You're eating your undead flesh.
No. Dead flesh.
It's
We are eating them while they're animated.
but
So kill them and
They used to be human.
tell that to animals.
Some of them.
But this changes nothing.
Animals eat humans all the time.
but they're not eating themselves.
Oh, plenty of animals eat other animals of the same species.
But human.
Don't think humans don't. I'm a living contradiction to that statement.
Good
Now-
gods!
I will say, I have never eaten somebody who was prior to their second death undead. So you are perfectly safe unless you become undead. Then there's a good
I'm
chance I
not
can kill-
human. Then I'm hungry.
Right, but you can still become undead, and then I will. Well, that would
Why would you want to eat me after I became undead?
Wow.
Why would you want to eat me at all?
It's not that I want. It's that we have to survive here. It's clearly it's a matter of death and life.
No, it's undeath in life.
Yes, that as well.
I mean, if you were stuck here with no supplies, would you rather just die of hunger,
You seem pretty well.
starvation?
I would bring supplies.
Right, but if you didn't have connection,
You now
supply
have-
lines,
I don't need connections to bring supplies.
eventually your supplies would run out, though.
Yes,
have
but did your
worms.
supplies run out?
Yes,
But they don't know that.
about 3 days after we got here.
How long have you been here?
About 4 days.
I said they don't know that.
They ran out today.
They ran out yesterday.
As I said, they don't know.
And we were very hungry, and,
Right.
we had this pile of corpses, and,
Don't get carried
well, needless to say, the rumbling in our stomachs was louder than the consciousness of our minds.
Are they clerics?
And we decided it was better to live to see another day, to regret our actions, than it
They're
was
all
to
warlocks.
starve to death.
They're all warlocks.
Why did you come here?
See, it wasn't a willing choice. It was really, well, I suppose it was a choice. We had the choice of becoming enemies with certain political parties, or we get dragged here.
By who?
Great question. I don't fully know the answer to that yet. Some fiery demon, very small creature, flies
An
around.
imp?
Yes, I believe that's it.
You trusted in imp?
No,
Trust is probably the wrong word.
it is.
We were kidnapped by an
We
imp.
didn't. We had a choice, but at the same time, we didn't have much of a choice. If that makes sense.
We knew the enemy that we were leaving was bad, and we did not fully know that how where the imp lied. So it was really more of a
We just knew the alternative option was objectively worse than whatever this was. However, I'm
You
beginning.
didn't know whether the imp lied?
What?
Is that what you said?
What? Huh? What?
What did you say about the imp? You said
we didn't know exactly what motives the imp had, and we did know what motives the other party had, and so we took a gamble.
a man. Well, we have supplies.
No need. We have plenty to eat. I appreciate the offer.
I would kindly ask you to stop talking.
Stop talking.
That will be very difficult for me to do.
Silent.
But as it stands, with you,
I wish we were here.
I'm afraid that with you purifying this land, our food source is going to vanish very quickly.
You will have more because there will be animals and fruit.
No.
Honestly, I'm sorry, but I'm still a little confused at why it is you're doing this in the first place.
Because I was given
I
a
rolled really
purpose
bad.
to destroy all the undead from this land.
Right.
What?
What about the undead in other lands?
I will get there.
Why? Why was that?
How old are you?
I'm a dwarf.
Right, how long can you live?
A long fucking time. Longer than you could, apparently.
Right, I mean, I suppose that's fair, but you think
I can't.
your lifespan is,
You can. I can.
I don't know.
Much longer than humans.
Every 1 hour. Unless you die.
So, as it stands, with our food source vanishing because of your actions here, we need you to leave.
No. Would you not like a way off the island? We have boats. Would you not like to leave?
And risking being found by the political party?
Then we take you somewhere else.
What happens if they find out that we're with the Veil?
The veil can protect people.
Not against this party. No.
What party?
Excellent question.
Orcs.
I dare not even utter the name.
Orcs.
The fun party. The party at his house.
The fun guy. I apologize. I'm done speaking with you. I have undead to kill.
Apologies.
I have better things to do.
If I could just have a moment more of your time.
As long as you keep your master at bay. Quiet.
I'm afraid that's just not.
Please
how
stop
that
talking. Please.
Can I have
Shit,
a moment
chat.
to walk with him for a while? All right, go back to the
works.
ridge.
Feel free. I want to talk to these others.
I am sorry.
They're all like,
No, he walks the the dwarf's like,
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so I will walk with the dwarf. Yes.
Cannibalism.
You really
Cannibalism.
no, they're different species.
Yes, you were given this task to get rid of the undead by the Veil.
No.
Assumably a higher up in the Veil.
No.
Why is it that they want the undead gone, exactly?
I was not given this gold from the veil.
Oh, so who is it you were contracted by?
A god.
I see. Did you happen to know their name?
They gave me more of a title than a name.
Oh,
The Everborn?
do I know anything about that? No. Okay. I see. And this god, you just, you trust him?
Yes.
Why?
My intuition.
British had R's to words that have no R.
I believed it was trustworthy.
So, what exactly were you sent here to do by this god?
To cleanse this land of undead.
I see. And are you doing so as you believe it is what is good?
Yes.
If there were, and I understand you don't believe this, but if there were undead who were in good undead, would you still kill them?
The act of being undead, is inherently dark magic.
Possibly, but if
There is no possibly. That is the case.
it is surely,
Then we can
and
find a way to bring them back to life.
and if they didn't wish to be alive,
And that is their choice.
And they will.
so someone who simply exists in a different way than you, because they exist that way, they deserve to die regardless of good or evil?
Yes.
Yes.
Leilani
There's no regardless of good or evil. The act of them being undead is inherently evil.
But if they are good people,
Then we
But,
can bring them back to life.
if they're good people,
They would not be undead.
suppose for a moment that against all odds, through some divine intervention, one was.
Then why would they not want to be back to life?
I don't know, but for the supposition,
The only way to willing to become undead become an awakened undead is by evil means.
And I do think that stories...
No good person or being would willingly subjugate themselves to such
I agree,
atrocities.
but if it were possible, just following the hypothetical, if it were possible to, without evil means, become this way, or that they have truly repented of those actions and are willing to pay the price for what they have done,
Then they would be... If they are willing to pay the price for what they have done, then they would allow me to burn them. Because that is the price.
or, okay, what if there was an alternate method?
What alternate method?
I am not skilled in the knowledge of undeath. I do not know how to do it or what ways it is done. However, if I were to find an undead who did find an alternate means, would say they were brought that way through intervention of divine beings who can do things like you were saying. That is not an evil way to have been made that way. Or, actually...
If there was such a creature or being that became undead through some good-aligned god or deity, then I would consult my god.
And what if it was the study of new methods? You're familiar with vampires for certain.
A what? Sorry.
Vampires?
Yes.
So you're familiar with the way that they spread.
Yes.
It is possible for vampires to be awakened and intelligent,
Yes.
and being bit is no crime.
No.
So if a vampire who is undead were to bite another man, and that man were to awaken, and not wish to die, what would you do?
Conundrum. I would find a way to cure him.
And if he didn't want to be cured,
Then that is his choice.
so he would be allowed to live. He would be
As
willing.
long as he does not spread.
I believe that's
Because-
quite fair.
Unless they willingly chose to become a vampire, most vampires are victims
I agree.
of others. If they willingly chose to become that way,
Well-
then I do not see why I would let them live.
If they will, if as long as it was not evil, I don't see a reason to kill them. If they were,
Yes, that
yes.
is what I meant. If
Then-
they did not become that way through evil means.
I believe you are quite just, and I wish you luck in what you do.
Thank you. Now I must go free my
Yes,
compatriots.
I will assist you in that.
Philip.
Yes,
You're with the other.
Hey!
when they get back, Philip
Nick doesn't want me to roll.
Okay.
Philip is just talking about different textures,
A flash.
different textures, what the consistency is.
All
like.
of the priests and clerics, they're like offended that they're talking to them about this.
What's wrong with
As
you?
Leilani and the dwarf come back,
Trust me, when you get as desperate as I do, it's
I would rather die.
fair enough.
And then I'll eat
You
you.
would have died.
Philip,
Yes.
shut up. You should probably get back.
Right.
These people have work to do, it seems.
Understandable.
So
Have a nice day.
I will give an apologetic glance back to the people, and it is sincere.
I'm not joking.
I am sorry.
I am
This is
legitimately
too-
sorry for this man. This boy.
And then, as we're going back, as soon as we get out of earshot,
Well, that went better than expected.
did it?
Yes, I got it. And
Can we hear them
blades
now?
crossed by the end of that.
They're walking back. If they're out of earshot,
I'm
then-
around 100 feet away.
That's really not that far.
No, it isn't.
strategy.
I'm just
Barely
behind a
I don't
tree.
see.
I
They're out of earshot of them, so they're coming back.
I
close
agree,
enough to us.
because I had no strategy. My plan was just to talk, and then talk enough to where they got annoyed, and then I would act in self-defense when they eventually attacked me.
Well,
This is definitely not casual conversation.
Oh, you excellent.
Once
this
we get back to the others, I'll pose it to you and see what you all think.
This is why you're
This
here,
is the
Leilani.
part of the quest line where you have to decide which side to choose. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
I choose my side.
I will let.
I'm leading.
I will make you make the
I'm
decision
sorry.
for me. Is the solution to this?
I'm not making the decision
Patrick,
for you.
Jarn
You
has
think
rested.
you're not making the decision for
Patrick,
me.
Jarn is set up against the rock.
Really,
and
all
is
of you
now
have to make that
sleeping.
decision.
He is
We'll
now
see
taking
about
a nap.
that.
I will follow Philip
Patrick.
regardless. But
Jarn is put up against the rock, taking a nap.
yes, so we arrived back. Hello, we're back.
Anything interesting?
Yes, we are cannibals.
Yes.
Oh, how lovely.
We're cannibals.
But as a side note, here's the plan.
Jared. How is he sleeping?
He's leaning up against the tree.
I will kick him.
He kicks you, you fall. You trip off the tree. On a tree. You said you were leaning up against the tree.
Exactly, against the tree.
Exactly.
Not on a tree.
No, he kicks your leg and you
said-
fall.
But yeah, I can buckle your knee.
Yeah, you fell off the tree.
He's leaning against the base of the tree.
Uh-huh. So he
So I'm not falling off the
So
tree.
slides
you
the
trip
side
off
of the
Slide to the ground.
That's better.
off the tree.
Got it.
You're no longer leaning on the tree.
Okay.
This is no time to be sleeping.
It is when you're boring me.
Oh,
So
you should have seen me talk back there. It was
I-
anything but.
I'm so glad.
I also believe that it would have caused you anxiety.
It would have cost me a brain aneurysm.
It wouldn't have been
You don't know
boring.
I'm saying that anyway. I would have had a stroke just listening to you.
So I talked to the people, and it seems as though they got their goal here from a divine question. A god asked them to come here and
Right.
to get rid of the undead, and he seems to be trusting it on blind faith. So I did get a guarantee, however, that if the undead here on this island come from some sort of non-evil method, if they are not evil by nature, that he would not kill them. So
Oh, yes.
all we have to do is get the master of the house to prove that he did not become undead through evil means.
But what if he did?
Well, then they should come and kill him
Why?
because he's evil.
Only to them.
Well, the means that they're talking are human sacrifice.
What?
That's the way you become an awakened undead as a lich.
Right, but he certainly had plenty of time to change his mind, I believe.
Yes, but if he did that, if he did become the way he is through human sacrifice, he must pay the price for that.
There could be alternate prices, certainly.
Well, okay, that can be discussed, but if he seems to be a nice enough man, so it's possible he just didn't become that way in the first place. But if he is, then
Did you hear me?
Well, we can't
At
just
least get rid of Karen.
kill our would-be savior.
no, we wouldn't kill him.
I am
No,
aware.
we can't hand him over to
aware.
the people who would kill him.
As long as we get rid of
Help
Karen.
him go and see if he will. We're not forcing him into anything.
And if he
Wait,
doesn't,
why am I annoyed at Ken? Oh, wait.
Then
Because he made
we can't help
He was
him.
annoyed.
We're not going.
Mine's bigger.
You can't stop people from avenging the lives of and protecting people from a manslaughter. We can't go and kill them just because they are here to protect people.
Yeah, they say they're here to protect people.
And they're willing to leave if they aren't.
Right, certainly.
So if he comes and
Sounds like you
proves
really don't have a problem.
that he isn't evil, then problems are solved on every side. And if he doesn't go, that's as good as admitting that he is.
It sounds like you really don't have a problem.
Right.
And it's a clear-cut issue. And you don't need my input.
Well then,
Time to go.
highly doubt he is.
I agree. think he seems like a fairly reasonable man, but we do have to follow through with this. What?
If he refuses to come,
Well, then we can't help him. I mean, he asked us to deal with the problem, and I don't believe that we can, in good conscience, do so.
Is this not
I certainly he has provided us a very well kept, very lavish shelter.
And if he's
And
a
looks can be
murderer,
deceiving.
then we can't allow his murder to go unpunished because he gave us a place to stay for a
Okay.
night.
All right. Well, what do you define as murder?
Killing living people against their will premeditatedly.
Then that makes me a murderer.
No, it was self-defense.
Not the goblins.
It can be debated on whether or not the goblins were human, and
So it
despite
only applies if they're human.
Despite that, they were trespassing and refused to leave without force.
So the suitable punishment would have been just death.
Well, we could have attempted to remove them, but they attacked us, so we defended ourselves.
Well, they presumably attacked us because we were encroaching upon what they viewed as their territory.
Certainly, but it was not, and we were not going to just kill them to kill them.
Regardless, my point is, there is remarkable gray area and nuance when it comes to murder.
And
Just because you have murdered somebody doesn't mean you are evil for it.
so we can discuss that. The man was very reasonable when you're not talking about cannibalism.
What? No, yes, I agree.
What?
Oh, I convinced the man that we were cannibals.
Why?
Just the two of us. Not you.
Why?
That is an excellent question, to which I don't really have an answer.
This is why you don't do the talking.
This is exactly why I do the talking.
I believe
Let
his
her
goal
do
was
the
to
talking.
provoke them, which he was on his way well towards.
I'm glad he stopped. Or at least you stopped him.
I did not stop him. He
I was talking about
He was
ligaments when she and the dwarf got back. Human ligaments.
Why?
Well, it only made it more convincing. If you're going to tell a lie, you might as well stick with it. But I suppose now we'll just have to double back on it anyway, so like I said, it didn't really matter.
We go and talk to the man and see if he will come and speak to these people.
Yes.
Alright, so we head back.
okay.
We're not
Unless
going. Are we going? Are we
or
going?
Jarin don't want to come with.
I will go with.
Well,
With or
I'm not-
without your master?
no. I mean, I'm not going to sleep here with no one to protect me. So
Look,
weak.
I don't
So,
want to.
You arrive back at the castle. You're allowed straight in. Karen's waiting at the door. So shut up, Pipsqueak. I'm not
can we
that short.
Can we speak with
Yes.
the lord of the house, please?
He's in the ballroom.
Thank you.
He's in the ballroom.
That is his face constantly because he has a skull.
Yes.
I know. But you can tell when he's smiling.
The jaw moves up and down to show smiles and frowns.
No.
Yes.
Bends. He has bendy bones.
No.
Pirates.
He does not drink his milk.
He drinks too much milk. He has bendy bones.
So yes,
Get back into.
No.
where to then?
We're sarcasm. Of course, in the ballroom.
You arrive in the ballroom where you find Lord Chiron sitting there looking at the painting, the woman.
A gracious host. Do you consider yourself a good
That is a interesting way to start this.
Right. Do you consider yourself a good person?
That's an even worse way of starting this.
All
Another interesting way to start a conversation.
Let's narrow it down.
Well,
further.
you
Do you
talk-
consider yourself an
fine.
evil person?
I
I
would say
trust
that.
him.
Why are you asking?
How did you become undead?
That is a lot of questions.
Yes.
Which
Who
All
did
three
you
of them,
consider
preferably.
me? You were
did you
cannibals.
deal with the fanatics?
We are in the process of dealing with the
Then
fanatic.
why are you back?
Because part of dealing with them requires, we have a deal with them. If you can prove that you became undead through means that were not evil,
Or your own.
then they will choose, or if you were, well, yes, and part of that would be if you were forced into undeadism, but any way that you made your way to this position was through non-evil means, then they would allow you to continue existing here peacefully.
It's as simple as just walking up to them and.
Why did you not just tell them to leave?
Well, they said the only conditions
assuming.
under which they would leave would be if they completely purged this island of undeath and evil. And seeing as how that was completely unreasonable, I believe the only person that I noticed who might have been able to actually live that long was the dwarf. Strange man.
And we did walk up and tell them to leave, or ask them to, but they refused, so we discussed.
We can see the ghost from the tower.
And we don't actually have, the finances to sway them, nor the material wealth in which to convince them.
And what do you believe would be an evil way to become the way I am?
Well, the most prevalent theory of the people is that you did so through human sacrifice.
I personally don't care what you did. It's only who you are currently that really concerns me.
Unfortunately, they are concerned with how.
Right. Yes.
And
it's more of a
who you
question
are
for them.
now does become... Who you are now becomes part of the question, and the man was quite reasonable. I'm certain he probably would not be with you, as his beliefs are quite biased against you, but to us, he was a quite reasonable man, and if you can prove that you are not inherently evil, then he would be willing to recognize you.
Can you roll diplomacy?
I can.
Oh, I'll assist you.
Yes,
I could totally
you
do
did start
hidden
the
diplomacy.
conversation.
What? Hidden diplomacy. What is that? It's a spell that lets me use intimidate to magically make someone do what I want.
16.
I don't think it's gonna work on him. There's no reason it would.
Perhaps a
19.
remarkable-
I think they roll a will save. Yeah. Yes. 19?
That is a 19, yes.
Is that with my added?
Yes.
He
17.
looks up at the painting.
Well, unfortunately, I'm actually chaotic evil.
I got a good diplomacy.
You do.
I have a good intimidate. And what would you define as an evil way to become where?
I think for a second, as I had just answered this question a few seconds before.
Human sacrifice. Human sacrifice.
And then, yes,
You said what they believe.
yes, and unfortunately, my belief is not in the thing that we need to decide on in this moment.
Yes.
I'm not the person who we are trying to get to leave.
This is only just one.
But yes, I believe harm to others against their will, and possibly hurting those around you would be generally defined as evil, unless, of course, you had no other choice or it was justice.
Well, I did not believe I had any other choice.
So, what exactly is the story?
Story of name. I know I've been this way for quite a long time, and all of the undead on this island used to be my citizens. You lot. A lord, perhaps. I thought that I could save them but it did not work.
So this was an accident.
No.
So,
it was not.
what was it?
There was a disaster that was going to destroy all of Scarfate, and I thought if I made everyone undead, then they would survive.
So, how did you go about doing it?
I had a party,
And
and I used all the patrons.
I see. So, what cover story do we use for you?
Cover story.
Yes.
Wouldn't you say that is evil?
Yes, but obviously that won't get them to leave.
And that's the whole goal.
I don't know.
We don't care.
If you would like, you can roll for motive on them.
I do not. I don't care.
I would like very much.
Cover would lie. You would tell them.
Whatever you think would be believable. I mean, you are... The condition for us staying here is to get them to leave, yes?
Yes.
I don't want them dead any more than you seem to, so...
But you have no proof for that. They just take you at your
They
word?
just believed they were cannibals. With no proof.
Yes. I do not intend to do this, but I am willing to talk about it. Anyway.
Say whatever lie you want.
Now,
Is
hold
there
on.
any way that you know that you could have possibly ended up in a situation like this? You know much more about undead than we do.
Hold on just a moment.
We're cursed.
I think in this situation, honesty would serve you far better than any well-crafted lie.
It is hard to become a lich by curse. Not by a god.
Hold on, just hear me out.
Devil.
The preservation of your nation and your people, by any means necessary.
It did not preserve them, as
No.
they are now mindless beasts.
The intention to preserve your nation and your people at the risk of your very being and the being of everyone else. Certainly, it's a complicated and difficult decision to make. But if it's between that and death, a death that could, if it did work, be avoided, ultimately, I don't see it as selfish nor evil. I see it as a neutral self-sacrifice. You were willing to risk everything for everything.
I'm going to roll sense motive on that to see if you believe that. I love this
You
dice.
don't know.
Another nat one.
You don't know.
So that's fun.
It's not that you
Yeah.
think he's lying. That
He
you
got a
don't.
15. Does Philip believe that?
More or less, yes.
You have no clue.
Yeah. So,
I'll be honest. Even going by that, it could convince me, but as Leilani was saying, these people will be inherently and intrinsically biased against you.
what is it that you were saving your people from? What is it that caused you to turn to something like this?
We had received word and visions of a wave that would have crashed over the entirety of Scarfate and destroyed all of us.
Did it?
Yes, that's why we are still not alive.
I see.
The only thing that stood was the castle.
That would make sense.
Why does it look like everything's been burned? Because it was. Why? We're not quite close enough for that story.
So, I believe we could go about this route and convince them that you did this as a benevolent king.
Not benevolent.
He did what he could to save his people.
And himself.
I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was more for the others than yourself. You just believed you were the one who could do it best.
It was to save my family and my city, my island.
I would not classify it as an act of benevolence. I would simply... It was an act of preservation.
Certainly, so...
Neutral.
If these fanatics would more enjoy and believe the benevolent story, then I would go with that. If that is what...
I believe we could at least present it as benevolence, and if that doesn't work, we can move to a more neutral standpoint, starting at a good place and moving into a more reasonable one is oftentimes the way negotiation goes.
It's true, but the further you compromise, the further footing you lose, especially when it's not a matter of diplomatic negotiations and it's the matter of a moral discussion.
But this is diplomatic.
It's not. It's between one extreme and the other.
I
There's
would,
no
I
diplomacy
would
involved.
ask that you give me some, as he turns back to the painting, some privacy. As
Yes, we will.
this discussion does not involve me.
Yes, we will continue working out a plan and dealing with the problem.
You may discuss in your rooms or
Yes.
wherever you wish.
So, yeah. Head back to the rooms.
Yeah.
So, what about you two? What do you think?
I'm not opposed to saying any lie here, but it depends on whether we want to stay on this island or not.
Well,
Nowhere else to go.
currently I do believe that staying on this island is for the best.
It really is our only option.
So, yes. However, I would like to at least pose this to them as a king protecting his people. I believe that if the truth works, then it will be best for everyone involved.
Yes. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
But yes, as far as benevolence, I agree that yes, starting with a little bit more losing ground is definitely difficult in an argument. But being immovable, and
Why are you watching something? I'm not.
He's watching the stream.
I turned on the stream. You have it right there. It says this count. This is for
the I lost my train of thought.
Giving ground and
Yes, when you have to prove that you're willing to also concede in an argument if you are expecting the person you speak to want to give it as well. You cannot expect them to be the only one.
what's the middle ground that we could reach, though?
That this man is not evil, but simply doing his job. He didn't do anything bad, just neutral.
But what happens when they don't see him necessarily as good or evil? See him simply as neutral. It's not in line with the confines of your agreement you made with them.
That is true. However, they were killing on the presumption that he was inherently evil. And if they have to admit that he is not evil, then they cannot hold up their moral ground of killing.
Right.
you have to tell them the truth.
I'm afraid the only way they see it at the moment we give ground, that they will see that there is more and more ground that we could give and simply haven't given it yet, and thus will assume that our entire argument and the entire discussion is a farce.
Only if he was unreasonable. If he's reasonable, he's willing to concede it. He would be willing to concede as well.
He was reasonable again towards us.
Yes, and if we are the one conducting this argument,
Facilitators.
obviously he can't do it himself. He wouldn't listen to a word he said.
You're right, which is why we would be there, but I don't know if we could facilitate it.
I believe we would have to, unless you can think of someone else who's not undead to do it.
No. I'm simply saying that we would be there as just... that our presence would be there, but I think it best that they just say what they need to say in their own words.
I agree, but both because this man does not seem to be willing to discuss things with them alone, and because I believe that his presence would make the whole thing more complicated. We should move to our strategy of doing it ourselves. I mean, we know the information. We know his stance.
Yes, I suppose that might be the best solution.
As for why we cannot just lie to them, I mean, we can't. But if the truth will get us what we want, then obviously it is the best route as it has the least holes. Not to mention, there's the morality of it.
That has nothing to do with it.
All right, then.
You're not even doing this because of morals. You're doing this because you need to stay. This has nothing to do with morals.
First of all, everything you do has something to do with morals. Second, if you won't accept morals as a point, you can at least take the first one, which was an objective.
And how do you know the truth will help?
We don't know, but we can. It will work better because it has less holes.
As I said, we're just bad at lying.
Neither me nor my master are poor liars.
Cannibals.
I can lie. I will say that much, but in this matter,
You convinced them that you were cannibals.
Yes.
So easy. Why wouldn't they believe anything?
They might, but that's not the point. The point is they believing this will work. And if it doesn't, then we can continue negotiation.
I don't think there will be any after that.
They won't kill us.
How do you...
right. If worse comes to worse, though, this is something we need to consider. And fangs are bad, swords are drawn. Who do we side with?
If someone came to your land and asked for a place to stay, and through some unusual fate, you were attacked, would you expect that man to protect you? Do you think they should?
I think if the man who came to this person's land was running from their enemies and they were seeking solace and the man provided them solace, then yes, I think it should be repaid in some capacity.
But lives. Good lives. I will accept anything you choose, but I cannot kill for this man.
I don't know.
It wouldn't be right. The people, they aren't bad people. Yes, the fight is tough, and maybe you believe these people are invaders. And on that...
They are.
Yes, but...
This stopped being his land when that flood came.
No, he certainly does still own it. He rules
Why?
it.
No, he lives in the castle.
Okay,
He said himself
He's still
he has
king.
no more subjects.
Well, the undead are still his people. They may not have
They're
minds,
mindless.
but they still exist.
I'm not
Regardless.
here. I know. I'm just gesturing in that direction.
Also, you don't have to have others living on your land for it to be yours.
I think he just thinks the castle's his. He's living there. He's staying in there in shame.
He said he had some sort of
owns
influence
the
over
land
the undead near
regardless.
the castle.
But it is still his
Yeah.
kingdom. Legally, he still owns it, if that's what you're worried about.
No, he died. It means he doesn't own it.
If he's a lich, he didn't die.
I really don't know about that in particular. I have no idea how that affects legality, but perhaps it does, perhaps it doesn't. I wouldn't be surprised if the law simply hasn't addressed the matter. And if that's the case, then the law is in favor of the previous owner of the land, which still remains to be Chiron.
So, yes, if you're worried about legality, he still has it there. But if you're looking at...
And to be fair, the only law that we would abide by here is the laws that he put in place as the ruler of this land.
Well,
So-
no, of course you do have treaties and stuff between lands that have to be upkept.
That's true. However, since this land is largely dead, I wouldn't be surprised if any treaties he had simply fell apart because they stopped receiving any responses or any...
Again, legality is not the point here, I believe.
Regardless, we have to abide by this land's laws inherently. I mean, we don't have to, but...
What if these people, if the argument doesn't work, that they come here to, that he's not bad, if that doesn't work, it is possible that we could
Charge them with invasion?
Yes, they do not own this land, and they do not have the right to go into territory that is not theirs.
It's true. We could make a case that the ruler is still alive
Yes,
in
but
some strange
would
capacity, but
cause them to be in the wrong regardless. Now, if a king is evil and you go into his land, you're still breaking rules.
I don't think they care about it.
Maybe not.
Because, of course, lovely. No, they can't be here. But they don't care
Right.
about laws.
And
they care about,
as
as
it-
you said, morality.
I think it's
Morals
I think
don't
it's
stop.
I think that's our best backup, but even as it stands, I don't think it'll work because number one, we have no way of enforcing that charge against them, and number two, if we were to enforce it, they vastly outnumber us.
Possibly, but
We have secret weapons.
when we were there, most of the people, they were just carrying around holy stuff, right?
As far as we could see. As you could see.
They could have
They could have had like daggers or stuff.
They could have.
but
You don't-
probably not anything like a short sword.
Priests
You really wouldn't have been able to notice they were wearing robes and stuff.
Right, but they could have been carrying daggers under the ropes.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Big robes.
Well,
Carry great sword underneath.
Fluffy robe.
Big robe.
that would at least be reason enough to. I would be willing to engage them in battle if they decided to push with their invasion, and for some reason we were asked to deal with that, so it would be reason enough, I believe.
Suppose.
If they don't have a
It's
high
the best
will
backup I think we'll get.
I can get them.
Well,
They'll
is there any
not
other
understand
plan?
why in 24 hours.
Is there anything else that could be
Close the shop. I can try to just convince them. In a way.
Convince them of what exactly?
Just
Uh,
make them.
Right. However,
How?
them being
You could just ask 15 people to leave and they would. Yes.
I said
If they fail a will save, they don't.
I do
that would have been nice to know. Had
You're the
before,
ones who do. No one here has that.
you could have added the piece of information saying,
It was
"Oh,
irrelevant.
you could have said, oh, I actually have magical means in
How
which
come you didn't
to
do that
convince
the
them."
orcs?
I didn't care.
Oh, okay.
You
well,
were thrust against a wall with your neck pinned there. And
I
your
have-
esophagus was being crushed. You
You
didn't
see,
care. I was
It
not
depends.
Jordan
Some
is dead
can
inside.
resist. So you're gonna kill them, right?
They don't understand me.
You see Karen walking over to you. So you're gonna kill them, right?
Kill who?
The guys?
I guarantee one of the 15 will, at least one will
We're going to
resist.
try not to.
Why?
We're going to try and peacefully
well, that would
negotiate
possibly-
some form of
If the fight happens, then I will be
something.
part of it.
How?
And within 24 hours.
by talking.
Not know why they did
Yeah.
what they did.
How?
Well,
That'll give
I make sounds with my throat.
I understand how that works. I'm asking
I don't think
how you're
you-
going to convince them
Well,
with words.
you'll know when we get to that part.
We'll get there when we get there.
What are you going to tell them?
That's a great
Go
question.
away.
You'll find out.
Why are you being so vague?
I'm not being vague. I'm
Yeah,
just,
you're
Why are you being so
No, I'm not being.
definition of vague.
I'm not being vague. I'm just not telling you.
That's saying I'll find out when it happens. It's pretty vague.
No, being vague would be speaking in metaphors and analogies that made it
That's
unclear.
not being vague.
That is
That's just
precisely.
speaking in metaphors
That's
and
just being annoying.
analogies.
It's
Like you.
You don't have to.
That's being cryptic.
Yeah.
It is a synonym for vague.
I don't know what the word synonym means.
It's a similar word meaning a similar
I don't
thing.
think his brain can comprehend. Oh, wait.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Still isn't.
Well, unfortunately for you, I'm not telling you.
Okay, you could have just said you're not telling me.
That would be too simple for him.
Should we be off?
He has to be complicated.
He's like, boy.
Yes,
So,
we're leaving now.
did he tell
It's
you what
like oil
happened?
or something. I think it's in his description. I think it's in the description.
It's in his blood.
Yes.
Partially, yes. There's apparently more to the story, but we're not close enough to him to hear it yet.
Just get closer.
Uncomfortably
I think
close.
that
If you're
unless,
on God's sake.
unless the fire is particularly important, then
Oh, the fire, that's what he told you about? Or that's what he didn't?
that's what he did not.
Oh, that has nothing to do with this.
Then I don't believe that there's anything more that
Right.
we
Why
need
is
to
it
know.
burned?
What?
Why is it burned?
Maybe I don't want to tell you.
I will break your knees.
I don't got knees.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
he looks
very at the knees. He's like, crap. Crap. I have
Can
knees.
you roll
Oh,
intimidate?
yes. Okay.
Forgets you. One has knees.
14.
I love
Not
that
bad.
the draw, like the draw flow you're trying to think
Okay.
of was an actual.
So you said you're going to break.
I'm gonna break your knees.
Okay. Don't hurt me.
What's the fire?
He's not gonna.
Why is it burned?
Why is it burned? Because I burned it down.
Why did you burn it down, you fucking idiot?
Kyle,
That changes nothing.
I wasn't alive when I burned it down.
That doesn't. Why did you burn it down? And how did you burn it down?
With fire.
Shut up! How? Why? The entire island?
How would I burn down the entire island?
Just the most of it's burnt.
Just
No,
the
I don't mean
castle.
those two. I mean
Why?
I mean, it might have spread out now on the side.
Why? What possible
No, John
reason?
for Chiron.
Oh,
What?
Don't.
I heard you say John for Kyron. Explain.
No.
Now.
You're gonna be playing Kyra now.
No. Okay. Is this too complicated for you? No.
Leilani is legitimately laughing.
Explain. He's not my now.
Okay, so apparently it was too complicated.
Why are you going to trade?
We're not trading
Then
anything.
why did you say me for him?
Excellent question.
It's a cave.
No.
I am rolling intimidate.
Okay, bye. Karen leaves.
21.
Wait, what's that against?
We
I don't
usually
know.
roll like will.
We do will save, I think.
Yeah. Can I make a counter intimidation?
No.
Oftentimes when you succeed,
What is your intimidation bonus?
No.
Yeah, you don't have one.
No, it's 10.
who
You have
are
a plus
you
10?
intimidating? Him?
To
I have.
intimidate?
Yes.
his main score's like
It's a charisma-based skill.
Oh, okay. It's your base.
10.
Yeah, sure.
18.
You got
I got
22.
21.
All right.
You said 22.
I said 21. I got an 11 plus 10.
Yeah, either
So-
way.
Okay, so yes, Philip will take a half step
I'm
back.
doing the Harrison Ford pink.
It's not like you're scared or anything.
Yeah, he takes a
It's
half
like-
step back and he's like, Okay, calm down.
Leilani,
The answer is
sit there.
still no.
Leilani is going to take a step
He said no.
Yes.
I said explain, and he said no.
That doesn't mean I'm just going to explain.
Yeah. Now,
It means
here's
he's
the thing. He is intimidated by you, but not because he only got one less.
I have
you got
been-
3 less.
I've been
Still,
I know.
you've
You've demoralized
failed
me.
to the point that he's just gonna blurt everything to you.
This isn't kids on bikes.
Had I rolled a 1.
This changes nothing.
Technically, if you're trying to convince someone to do something that they're morally opposed to, it's a -10 to
I don't
your
think
roll.
it's
and
morals that he's keeping him
If
from
you are
doing it.
100% opposed to it, it is a -20. If you are slightly opposed, it's a -10. Naturally opposed is the better option.
But since this is between players, it's a little different.
Anyway,
So he didn't fail to the point that he's like, why aren't you explaining?
I didn't like the way you're
Philip,
talking to my master,
I
Jaren.
don't care.
I would like you to change your tone.
This is his
Ooh.
fault.
Oh, is it my fault?
Why are you going? Why did you say John, Kylan?
Not bad.
Like I said, that's an excellent question. That shall, for the time being,
You're
remain.
the only reason you're here is because of me. You wouldn't have been here if it weren't for me.
Maybe.
You didn't know the imp existed. How would you get here?
Excellent question. However, Leilani is quite resourceful. She certainly would have found a solution.
Not here.
No, not here. I'm just saying we would have been fine without you.
You don't know that.
You're right. I don't know that. However, you also don't know that we wouldn't be.
And yet you are here.
Yes, we can talk about what is about the past all day. It doesn't really matter. We're here, and that's what matters right now is the present. And presently, I'm still refusing to tell you.
Why?
Because I don't.
What have I done to deserve this?
Oh, you've been self-righteous, indignant,
Sounds very similar.
threatening, cruel. You threatened to remove a sentient creature's kneecaps if he just didn't tell you the story of that.
They come back.
I don't care.
Carol's not
Regardless,
I know.
you have been remarkably off-putting, and
And do you really believe anything this Lich says?
it's not really about what I believe about
you could
him
do
right
anything
now.
and
Exactly what
none
It's
of
about
them
what I
will
believe
know.
about you at this
I would
moment.
like to head to the ballroom.
And at this moment, I believe you are being
Turn something.
downright absurd.
You convinced them you were cannibals.
Yes,
That's not absurd.
it is absurd, and I was intentionally trying to do it. And it worked. So,
So why wouldn't they just believe any lie you tell them?
because sometimes some lies aren't as believable as others. Granted, cannibalism.
Saying he was cursed by a demon is very believable.
But it would not serve our needs any more than any
It was
other.
It wasn't his choice. That's all you.
Regardless, you cannot. You're not going to get the information you want out of me. So,
Well, you're not gonna take me anywhere.
okay, we won't.
Why did you say Jared for Kyrie?
It was a joke. Yes, that is why Leilani was laughing. What else would somebody laugh at? Or was it that you just inherently are?
Philip, I don't
Hilarious.
believe you need to dignify him with any more explanation.
Oh no!
He loves
Explaining. Please let him continue.
So
No,
the
he
question
loves talking.
the question remains.
He loves explaining.
You disbelieve that I was telling a joke. So it's either that I was telling a joke and she was laughing at it, or you just are, as you exist, a walking joke. So you decide which it was, and then, depending on that, you can regain some amount of dignity after it. So, by all means, make the distinction right now. What is the Vassery reaction?
She's not here.
Oh.
Left the conversation to go to the ballroom.
Here's the thing.
Oh, okay.
None of you would have noticed.
Well, I saw her. I just chose not to.
You wouldn't have noticed. You wouldn't have noticed.
It is the amount of people who are paying attention who noticed.
What are you doing with your tongue right now? Very snake-like. I'm really not a fan of it. Bad image. Not great for your personal aesthetic. Actually, you know what? It's excellent for your personal. That fits you perfectly now that I think about it. Very snake-like. Yes. That's what you are. You're a snake. Shut up. Well, I'm glad we've had that settled.
This conversation getting a little bit less tense. My nails will slide back. Into
I
normal.
would stop.
Stop what? Oh, you stopped talking. I see. Now there's no more friction.
Maybe we should take a break before having these discussions.
Are you quite all right?
Why do you care?
I'm worried about what you'll do. Not really about your personal state of being at the moment. More about what you're about to do if you're about to do anything. So, are you quite all right? It seems you need to process some things. So
Yes, I will.
let's take a quick step back, and we'll meet you back outside in 5 minutes. Perhaps then the snake will have stopped bearing its fangs.
Are you quite done? As the painting on the wall is just. I will set you. Are you done?
Yes.
Please. I will set you. Shut up. Fire. Like you could try. Look around. Someone already tried.
That is what concerns me about you. Do you just not recognize what you're doing?
What am I doing?
You're threatening to burn a talking, sentient painting. For no reason.
As he said, he'd be fine.
Other than... Regardless, it's the intention, the motivation behind it, not the actual action itself. Anyway.
Intention means.
Should we take a rest before
Yes.
going back in?
Yes. And with that,
How about we meet back here in an hour?
good. I'm glad we agree.
Yes, I will wait until.
Yeah, Philip will have turned on his heel and just walked away.
Yes.
I'm going to go to my
room.
room. To your room.
I'm going to my room.
Probably, yeah.
As you turn and walk away, and Philip, who turned on his heel at the end of the conversation, would be back in his room. Just before you enter your door, I'm going to say, Jaren, be aware that if you in any way ever attempt to hurt my master, you will not. Live.
I walk in and close the door.
Oh,
Take it out, Connor. Take out your fingers.
It's not even.
And just, put the dresser up against it again.
And I will head down to the ballroom.
Okay.
Where you find the Vassery and Chiron talking.
Yes. Just let me know when I show up. I'm going to grab
So
a
do
drink
you
of
think I
water.
could use them?
Oh, we've been talking already.
I figured.
Oh, okay.
So that yeah. I do not see why not. I'm not using any.
Thank you.
The library is
Yes.
down the hall
good.
past
That was
I like
the
that.
bedroom.
I like that a lot.
Just knock 3 times and it'll appear.
I like that.
That sounds wonderful. Again, thank you for having
Keep
us.
in mind, I am neutrally.
Yes.
Yes,
I think I'm playing that pretty well.
you certainly are.
So thank
Clothes that
goodness.
we could wear because I don't believe I brought any.
Everyone
Thanks,
else
Devon.
decided to wear
Me.
the clothes left in the bedrooms.
She
There
was the
seems to
only
be
one who
room-
did that.
Yeah, she was.
You did too.
No, I didn't. I just put on my clothes. I
You
said
didn't
so.
have a set that could fit you though.
Exactly. I just didn't put it on.
Yes. The one in my bedroom did not seem to fit me.
If me.
Yes, I could
No,
have.
I know.
In my bedroom?
Never mind.
I could have some made.
That would be lovely.
Would you like it to look like
You had a dress.
the other?
That would be nice.
As
Although-
he looks up at the painting, which is wearing the woman's wearing the exact same dress.
Although, I would be flattered for anything that you would find befitting of me.
Well, I can have a take a 3-hour breather.
I'll leave you to your own now. And I will walk out and nod to Leilani.
I'm glad you
Way
went
out
there.
I will follow you out. As it is pretty obvious that I was here to, see what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it you're borrowing? Are you borrowing from the man?
Some
Drugs.
on magic.
Oh, yes. Fascinating. Who invited?
It's been a while, so you may not know, but I actually technically follow the Church of the Veil.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Interesting. What do you think of what they're doing here?
She has no idea.
They're here.
You never said they were.
Oh yeah, see? Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I
Those-
suppose we didn't mention it. The people here are part of the church.
That complicates things. It's unfortunate.
Church is technically called the Veil, but
Yeah.
they call themselves servants of the Veil. It's the Church of the Veil.
So, yes,
The
religion
people
is called.
of the Veil.
They-
servants.
seem to be here, not on Veil business, though. More as a favor for some sort of deity.
Then I am not exactly appreciative of what they are doing.
That is not what they are supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it seems as though they're taking the deity on his word without any prior knowledge of it, which I found quite odd.
Yes, those deities, at least in books, tend to not be the good ones. Although, it would be odd since most people tend to view necromancy as a cursed or evil business.
Yes. He refused to give his name as well, or at least gave a title rather, which I also
Did you
find
give it back?
odd. Yes, and I'll relay the title.
The Everborn.
The effort. Religion.
Please tell me you got that one. That would be hilarious.
I got minimal.
Oh yeah, you did. But what's your religion?
It is a
Decent. That would be a 14.
Gosh. Good job.
Why boo?
He got that one, and he got a 2 plus 13
I
plus
didn't
12.
get to roll on this one.
Because you
No,
rolled a
we-
1, Ryan.
I've heard that name.
No, I
before.
said
There's also no
I
way
said
you-
no.
Although
That's probably why.
I do rather lack in my studies of religious things.
Hey, same.
Yes, that would be my area.
Dang it. It's not a fist bump worthy moment. me and Connor was though. That's great.
Yes. So
Well,
I am interested, but not exactly happy about their presence here.
What do you think about this situation? Do you believe that Philip is right? That this was an act of a man who was saving his people and acceptable under those standards?
You could twist it either way. Specifically, as I would think it, yes, he was trying to do the best he could. But, as other people would think it, he did not do good enough, and therefore is in the wrong.
I see. Well, thanks anyway. Do you want to take Seraph with you?
Sir? That would be lovely. Thank you.
Snake. A snake, a snake. Snake.
Yes. They snuggle.
that's what that's.
I snuggle with the stick.
As it chokes you to death.
He like hair.
Oh,
Did you? Is that a frog?
yes.
No, it's an ostrich.
Demonic
It's coming
screech.
for you.
I've heard frogs make that sound.
Yes. Then I'll head back to Philip's room, realizing that I didn't. Yes, I
Didn't follow me in.
I just left with no explanation.
Lolani. Hello.
I am.
He's
I have no-
he's
I
probably
think cloak
fine,
off by
but
this
it
point,
is out of
just-
character for me.
No, Philip is he's dead on the ground
That
already.
is Philip doing in his room?
I take the cloak off and I just stare at the ceiling. Not even napping. Just
Philip is He's currently like going over all of his outfits and seeing if he can pair different pieces with different outfits. From
realize how bad
Yeah.
would be. How bad that would be.
And where do you have your equipment?
No,
like my clothes or my equipment is my sword and
Your
the-
stuff. That is
Oh.
not that.
Yes, the bag would be on the floor next to it because he got the clothes out of it.
yes. I don't
Next to that.
Where do you keep the heart? Just making sure.
as I said,
Yeah, I'm making sure
My-
you have it.
my casual
and that you didn't
posture.
just set it somewhere.
No. Yeah, my casual posture is one hand on my rapier
And one
and,
hand in
and,
your pocket.
and one hand not on my pocket, but like to where I can always feel it. Yeah.
I
Yes.
don't think that would have been okay. What perception?
I swear to God. Okay, that's actually very good.
I have
24.
religion. There was this quiet hum
I don't have
coming from
religion.
your pocket. I have nobility.
I was afraid it wasn't going to get stolen again, and I would have been like, "How?"
Skills. And you pull it out and it's a normal rock.
Oh, that would be concerning. Heart of Kamlisle, now it's just a rock.
It
And then you
unmagicked.
pull out
This is a
the
rock.
red gem.
This is a
red
rock.
stone, and it's slightly glowing, and there's this quiet hum like.
Patrick, this is a rock. This is a rock.
Quite
This is a rock. It has a number on it.
Its
Its name is Jim.
It's not getting louder. It's just this.
You gotta collect.
Tell me when I arrive.
Oh, wait, no.
You would arrive as he's
And I,
Tapping
where,
on
where do I
it.
find them? I got this one. You want it?
Studying the
Coconut.
hot.
All right, I like to buy
It's
some.
humming.
You can get a hot.
Aaron.
How much is that?
You forgot to plug in the other camera.
And
have
have
it plugged in.
Oh,
You want someone? I think that was the thing falling.
No, it was definitely plugged in like at least 10 minutes ago.
Did gravity just unplug the thing?
it'll be back. Yes,
Well,
it didn't turn back on.
can I hear the humming?
You know you have to close it all the way, Aaron. You have to take it out, and then
Want to?
but you have to.
But
You have to.
you got it.
Aaron. Yeah. there-
I'm garbage at this.
You gotta
Fine.
pay to eat. I don't want to pay.
I don't want to eat.
I can't express that I am bad at this enough. However, I would like to roll spellcraft
Okay.
to try and figure out what is it doing. 14.
I see the
Makes
me on
What?
Yeah.
I put a rank in it.
What did you get?
14.
It's humming. You don't really know why.
Can I hear this coming?
Not from where you are.
I'm going to the library.
You would hear it as you pass by. That is very loud.
Oh, it's that loud.
Well, it's roll perception to see if you would notice that.
Ba-ba-ba. It can be heard through doors.
11.
Is the door closed?
I would
Yes.
have shut it behind me.
No, you can't hear.
Okay, good.
I am not going to allow someone else to walk into the room and take things.
Like, because Philip won't notice.
Yes.
You're just tapping it.
Yeah, does anything happen? I'm just gonna bend it around with it. Twist it, poke
You
it,
can't twist it.
knock it on wood.
Maybe you should lick it.
Pull it.
No.
Twist it.
Shoot it.
Stab it.
Bleed on it.
Pee it.
Not doing that.
That's
Twist
exactly
it.
what he's not going
Shoot
to do.
it. Kill it. Kill it.
We
Kill
need to
it.
stop.
Just moments ago.
Kill it.
Does it hum more if you move it to different parts of the room?
Does it hum more when I do
Wait, wait,
this?
wait. I'm going to set it on the desk and then walk away from it.
It's you can't hear it humming anymore.
I am next to it still. Can I
It's
hear
still humming.
it? It still is humming.
Does it get louder as I move closer?
No, it doesn't.
Stop.
What does it? What does it want? What did we do? Why did it start? You know magic. What is this? What's it doing?
I know about potions and stuff. My sister's the one who's always been good at the.
Fictional items.
My sister would possibly be able to tell you what's going on. She's a bookworm, and she's always been better at studying things than I have.
Right. Do you trust her? She serves
I will think about it for a second and say,
snake.
yes,
Snake.
I do believe. I doubted her for a moment whenever I was on the mission, whenever I realized that she was Jaren's servant and I did not trust Jaren. However, in that moment, she seemed to not want to be there as she was worried about hurting me. So, yes, I trust her.
Connor, can you roll a d20?
That I can.
Jaren explodes.
15.
You are a potted plant.
You are now a potted plant.
The
His name is
wheel of wild
Galacarian.
magic.
You're now teleported into deep. You are now Hector. Welcome to this point.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
No, you would be
Shot.
you would be the best one of us to be there.
I agree. I would try to break the place down. Jaren being Jaren. I said it like that on purpose.
I'm not
Continue.
my name is
Alright.
John.
Mia?
It's
Fine.
not Jaren. It's John.
I don't like that she serves Jaren. But if you trust her, and I trust you, then go find her. Something.
You said it on the.
I will pick it
As
back
it
up moments
waits?
after
Where did you set it?
on the desk.
Okay. This rotted old desk. As you see it sitting on there, it starts to hum a little bit louder.
And it is no longer sitting on.
And you see as this ring, this red ring starts forming.
I didn't
Out.
pee on you.
The
I didn't pee on you
from the
either.
heart going across
Why do we
the
always
desk, and you
do
see everywhere
Why do
it
we always
touches
do
is turning into perfectly kept wood. It's making this slight sizzling sound,
I'm gonna pick it up.
and it stops.
You
And you see this
young
perfect
again.
circle in the rotted wood of just perfectly kept, smooth
Fine wood.
oak.
I'm going to hand the heart to you, and I'm going to mend the rest of it so that it doesn't seem to be. There does not seem to be an obvious.
discrepancy.
Mending does not make things younger.
It repairs
Heals the
them.
rot.
It is still old-looking wood, except for the circle in the middle.
Yeah, it's true.
I love having the time codex.
What is it? Sunstained?
It's just old and rotting.
Right.
It's not rotting,
not
but it's just
rotting
old.
anymore, so what about it is discrepant?
It
where's the
still looks
discrepancy?
old, except for the circle in the middle.
grayer.
Grayer, so it's sunstained.
Yeah. Sun-stained and dead. Long
Yeah,
dead.
it's still dead.
Still dead.
Well,
Yeah.
You know,
Okay then.
You probably
If I poke it, it'll explode.
Was there a stain on it? Like had the desk been stained, like with a wood stain?
it used to be. Well, now it is in that one spot.
Yes.
That's the discrepancy in that one spot. It is
It is like smooth, stained,
the rest of it has lost its
sanded
varnish.
down.
Then yeah, I will.
Unless you have
varnish.
varnish and are a carpenter.
No, I do not have varnish.
I'm not a carpenter either.
Not a carpenter. However,
I can lick it.
We can do this.
I can lick
And I
it.
will throw a shirt over it.
What about when that shirt moves?
The shirt moves.
The shirt move.
When you move it.
You assume I'll have
The shirt will move.
I will take my knife, prick my finger, and smudge blood into that spot. Now it has a stain. It is not the same stain, but it is a stain, which has covered up the fact it looks new.
Right, but now there's just a
Or
blood
just-
smear next to just all this gray, sun-dried wood.
Yes.
Sadness.
This new blood
I
stain.
suppose. Okay, that's more believable.
You can explain a blood stain much more easily.
Which
It's
tastes
true.
like sadness.
All right. So I
And it stopped humming.
wrap this thing over.
Grizzly.
Okay. I'm going to go find my sister.
Good idea. Yes.
And you have gone to the library?
Yes. 3 times at the end of the hallway, right?
When this door appears, the sign that says library.
Wonderful.
Patrick.
Wunderbar.
Patrick, is there a cloak in the closet? There is the clothes in the closet. I'd like to just take one of those
No, only a pair of
and just put it as making a hood over my head I move the. I'd like to move it over.
What are you trying to do
I
here?
put
I understand.
covering my head, and I'm just whoosh, opening the door, step out, and just start walking in a direction. Which is there left or right? I'm going left.
So you have a shawl over your head and you're walking.
I'm just walking.
So you're going
Out. Oh, fine. I'll go right.
Well, actually, no. Left would be to the ballroom.
And I'm going left.
You go into the ballroom.
No, I'm just walking very slowly in that
you
direction.
go into the ballroom. There's no one in it.
I don't care.
Start dancing.
The only thing there are the bunch of
the
tables
doors?
and chairs, and not the ballroom. So that's the one you came in, and the giant painting.
Then I like to go back down the stairs.
Okay,
What?
you're now in the foyer. Now,
I'm doing this while this is happening.
Oh,
yes. So
Leilani,
please
I
continue.
was like,
No.
Yeah, we're
You were doing this
Leilani,
while they are
yeah,
I'm literally
yes,
just
you're not
walking
saying.
around in sadness.
It's sadness.
He's moping because he got
No, that's not why.
You got dumped.
No, that's not why.
Get dumped, son.
That's not why.
Get dumped on.
Dumped on.
So yes, you are now in the library. It is full of books. Very, very old-looking books. Some of them are flying around.
Same.
I want to catch one.
I would like to see you try.
How high up are they?
There are hundreds and hundreds of books.
Flying?
No,
Mage
there are
hand.
about a dozen or so flying.
Mage
I
hand.
want one of the flying ones.
Mage hand.
Please try and get it.
Do I have all the
This is a pretty it's a
All
hexagonal
the kids.
shaped room.
Yes.
I thought so.
All of them that are given to your class.
yes. That's not it. I thought it was
Yes. Anything that your class can get, they have. However, there are cantrips that your class cannot get.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That's a 21.
Mage hand.
Let's try
One kind of flies down towards you, and you grab it. It's just
secret line.
and it stops.
You don't need mage hand prepared. It is a cantrip.
You do not always have all of them
Well-
prepared. I thought you meant
It is a
prepared
cantrip.
We're doing Connor's rule where everyone just has all the cantrips.
Has all the
Cantrips
cantrips
they
that that
they class
that
has.
class can
Oh.
have,
Great.
and you don't.
Yes.
Cantrips
You don't
you
need to
just
prepare
use.
cantrips.
Cantrips have always been you can just use them.
I don't know.
Specifically, my rule was that you could use your cantrips, whatever cantrips you have, an unlimited amount of times.
That's how
Well, that is
cantrips
how
work.
cantrips work. It's just you usually don't know all of them.
Yes.
You said the rule was you just know all the cantrips that your class can get.
I do know all of the cantrips.
That's
It's just
we
That
know.
is a wizard thing. Yes.
But he's saying that you
I
just
just-
use them too.
have a select amount of cantrips I can cast.
That's not what he's saying.
Yeah, I hate that.
Prepared casters.
Shouldn't need to do that for
So I want to kind of like wrangle this book down.
And it stops moving.
What is it labeled?
It's labeled
Magic for
completely
dummies.
Labeled what?
faded. It's completely faded.
No. Okay, I'm gonna let
I don't
go
think
of
it
it and
needs
see if
to
that's
stick.
fine.
It flies away.
Couldn't have just opened it and tried to read. It'll scream at you like Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna pull a sample of like 3 books off the thing and see if they're just completely faded.
The titles are.
Yeah, but
Some
like,
of the
advanced-
pages are faded, but they're not in a language you understand.
They're probably in some ancient.
Impressive.
Wait, what languages
all
can
the
you
languages.
understand? What languages can you read again?
Lots.
What can't you read?
I'm aware.
Common, celestial, infernal, abyssal.
You can't read.
Goblish, Elvish, Undercommon, Sylvan, Draconic, Necro, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
How can you read Necro?
He chose it.
I didn't think that was a spell. Language
Can you say all those again?
It
It's not
is.
secret.
Slower.
Common, Celestial, Infernal, Abyssal, Goblish, Elvish, Undercommon, Sylvan, Draconic, Necro, Dwarvish, and Orcish.
These are written in Draconic.
Oh, sweet! I can read it.
Yes. Forbidden knowledge of flying.
The 3 books I did see and kind of skim over, are they books on magic? Or are they just
They're just
books of knowledge?
books of knowledge.
Well,
Slurps his brain.
Slurp. Now, where are you looking for your sister?
The library, if I can find one.
Yes.
I'm going to cast.
You cannot find a library.
Well, that's wacky. Do I find anything else?
Whack, bro.
Specifically, a small skeleton.
Named Karen.
You would find Karen in one of the storage rooms, feeding his hellhound various bones and flesh.
Hello.
What do you want?
Oh, that's not very nice.
Am I supposed to be nice?
Not particularly. Do you know where
Okay.
the library is?
Yeah.
Patrick.
Would you show me?
Sorry.
I believe my sister's there.
Fine.
I'm not wearing my cloak.
Okay. So where are you?
No, I'm still walking around, and I still have my head covered, and just trying to walk, just
But
walking
you
around.
just said you were not wearing your cloak.
Patrick!
I thought you were going to say you're not wearing
No!
clothes.
You know what
The
cloak
other
I'm
one,
talking
one
about!
He keeps to make sure he's not a snake.
Oh, that one.
What?
You made
You'll
this!
find out.
Patrick!
Oh, this is concerning.
Remember when you said he was a snake?
That was completely unrelated.
Yes.
For the record.
How ironic.
I have, yes.
Wow, I really
He really didn't want to tell you until it happened, but here we go.
Apologies.
It's happening soon.
I couldn't, yeah.
It's happening soon. Yeah, everyone else knew. We just didn't
I was
want
like,
to tell you
Patrick.
until it happened.
Fair enough.
You know what cloak?
No, I did not. I did
How?
not
You're
remember.
the one who made it.
No, it's not. It's
No.
a wondrous item.
No,
It's an
Patrick
actual-
said I have that.
Yeah, I said you had it. I did not make it.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't have it if you didn't say I had it.
You asked for it.
No, I said a ring.
And I suggested a cloak because it's
Exactly.
an actual item.
I'm
I
just
did not
walking around.
remember
Like,
that. Okay. Karen leads you up. Karen leads you up the stairs to where the rooms are. Walks to the right to the end of the hallway where there's nothing there. Knocks 3 times, and a door appears labeled library.
Oh, that's fantastic.
no, in library.
Go on.
Library.
Sorry, that was mean.
Rory.
Library.
All right, well, have fun with your dog.
Walks away.
Okay.
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 Why must you fail me so often?
Why must you fail me so often?
Yes, I will.
You walk to the library where you find Devassery.
Sister.
I'm currently on invisible service looking for the books I'm looking for.
Gravossery,
Yes?
do you want to come look at a shiny rock?
What kind of shiny rock?
One that,
What do you mean by that?
one that hums to itself.
Yes, I would. I will walk to the different library. I have, like, a book.
I will then.
I assume.
Oh, Patrick. I'm just thinking of things I'm doing. I want to have put on those clothes that were in my thing,
Okay.
in my closet.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Unrecognizable.
Unrecognizable me.
Yes. Okay.
Did you say magic head?
Magic head! I need your head!
So you take Devassery into Philip's room.
Yes. I found her.
I found her.
Excellent.
Are you talking about that rock?
Yes.
It's glow.
Okay.
Oh, the harp
Can I look at
sings
it?
a song. You are the song of England.
It's not humming anymore.
The blood of angry men.
It did hum when it was on that bench over there. It started.
Is there anything inside of the bench or under the bench?
I don't.
Is
believe
it the
that was
bench
the
itself?
thing.
It started restoring the bench to its original state. Varnish and all.
You see,
No.
you see the bloodstain.
I don't know
Yes.
You don't see the restored part.
Right, okay.
Well,
wash
oh,
the
you
blood
see
off.
slightly
It
darker
is not coming
varnish.
out of that wood.
As you set the heart.
He said it was smooth wood.
Yes, absorb.
That is not. No.
Not when
Wood
it's
is
no.
porous.
If blood was
Yes,
on this,
but,
it would not absorb it.
if it's like this,
It's, specifically varnished wood that has coating
And
on it
that
to make
was
sure it doesn't
also
burn.
varnished wood.
I did not realize that. I would have.
He
Scratched
said it
up
was
first.
varnished.
I would have scratched it up first if it was varnished. I didn't realize, but yes,
No, when it was restored, he said it was.
yes.
Ah. That's awesome. Yeah.
But yes,
Odd.
right. We'll try this again then.
So you could scratch it up instead of.
yes. I would have scratched it up and then put blood
So
on
you
it.
set the heart there. Can you roll a d20? Can you roll higher?
7.
Nothing happens.
Isn't it doing anything now?
You need to roll higher than a 10, bro.
Is there some... No.
It starts screaming.
And I'm going to open the dresser and set it inside.
Can you roll a d20?
Oh my god.
Why is this dresser special?
Is this a used magic device or is this just luck?
He's not going to answer that question.
11.
Well, it's a
Sorry,
bonus if
13.
it is. It changes the roll.
You look and you see this red ring start, and the sizzling sound start forming out from the heart, and it starts restoring the closet.
No.
Or the dresser. That's what you put in. I do not believe this is an actual spell.
It's a 30 on spellcraft.
Okay. I don't believe this is an actual spell.
Soka.
Okay.
But it seems to be like reversing time.
It's
Or is
doing
it
something.
restoring it.
It is restoring it. I would not
doing
say it's
something.
reversing time. It is restoring it to what it was.
No, I just casually have the Eye of
Restoring
Agamotto.
object
Doing-
restoration.
Fine.
Yeah.
Is there something that triggers it? I guess would be the important information here. Like, is it old wood that it does this to, or
Well, let's just let it keep going.
well,
And is it humming?
I was
Yeah.
just wondering if you could tell that from his roll.
Does it hum louder whenever I put it near like one of the corners where there's movement?
No.
Does the circle move when I put it at one of the corners?
Do you take it off?
Like
Yeah.
I kind of slide it over to the corners.
Yeah, you do see the circle, and it's slowly getting bigger. The circle moves with it.
Does the
that is-
restored portion, like, does moving it around accelerate?
Yes.
Oh,
Is your hand getting younger?
But eventually, you do see it does not. The circle does not extend
Is your hand
past
getting less broken?
the dresser. It just goes
it
down
goes like up the wall.
Yeah.
Does your
until eventually, after a
nails
few
come
minutes,
back?
the dresser is completely restored.
What happens to her hand?
Nothing.
Put it on the floor.
The windows. Did the windows seem like they used to have something there?
A window.
I'm
It
gonna
used
set
to
it in
have.
the windows.
Can you roll a d20?
14.
You set it there. You see as the stones start smoothing out, but just around the window, and this glass pane starts forming, till eventually the heart falls off because there's now a piece of glass there, a window, and the window itself is completely
It
formed.
seems to
And
have a spell much better than mine is at repairing things. And I do have.
Right. Just afraid
It's
what
like how
happens.
powers
What
work
happens
on,
when I add my blood to it?
Right.
Creates another you. No.
Big human.
I could not have-
am. Enlarged person.
Well, you have it on your person.
Permanent
Generation 10.
Permanent enlarged human.
I am Philip.
Philip.
I am evil.
I'm your evil twin, Philip.
No, evil clone.
No, it's Philip, but spelled back.
That is Philip.
Philip.
That's Philip.
Yeah.
Philip.
That is
Yep,
certainly a thing that definitely happened.
Yes,
Right.
As far as
How
I'm
about-
concerned, there is no magic like this anywhere else.
I suppose that makes sense, it being so valuable and so well kept. Right, well, good to know. Don't tell Jaron. I don't want him knowing anything about this. I mean, he already knows it exists, and that's more than
I mean, I know where you are at this moment, so.
I'm going back to the library.
Have fun.
I will.
That's where you saw. I told you, satisfying.
Oh.
You're just walking in a direction. It doesn't matter where. You are now outside the castle.
No, I'm not. I'm not going outside
Or
the
you are
castle.
now walking into a wall as you are glitching.
Patrick,
You said walking in a.
you know what I mean.
No, I really don't.
He's wandering around the castle.
Okay. Where?
It doesn't
Around the
matter.
castle.
Through the
Eventually
castle.
they'll run into you.
I mean,
Okay.
They won't know it's me.
I don't think I'm leaving the room again.
Then they're not going to run into me.
Yeah.
I don't have
I'm
a reason
saying
to.
one.
I might
Don't
wander
want
into
to
the
be
library,
like-
though.
Yeah, you can't just wander into.
You're right. I can't.
I don't think you'll
No.
find the library.
And I'll probably just run into that wall, not realizing. I'll run into the wall
Yes,
to
it's
the library
attracted to me.
3 times. Patrick, can I coincidentally run into the wall to the library 3 times?
At which point,
Dang
can you
it.
even call it the mimic?
Mimic post-mortem.
It's a dead mimic.
That's scarier than a normal mimic.
But this part of
Undead
it here,
mimic.
newly dead mimic.
No, that's
Well,
a
he will
live
eat it.
mimic.
The window is mimic now.
Reanimated.
The building is a mimic.
It's an undead mimic.
That's what Karen said.
He was wrong.
Yes.
You're a liar.
Karen's a little bit. See? Yes.
Liar.
Everyone like.
I like when I raise my eyebrows, it moves my whole mask.
So,
Wiggle your mask, Connor.
you were in the library looking for books?
Yes.
I appear
You
at the
will eventually
library for
find
no
what you were looking
reason.
for.
I will skim through the book. Set it down on the pile of other books that I have found that are interesting.
Patrick, I will vaporize into the library for no reason.
And you die.
Lag.
That's how vaporizing works.
Lag.
And
Woohoo.
I'm going to just get like
You said
Clip.
vaporize.
No
that
clipping.
phase.
No clipping.
Aaron, you said vaporize that phase. You're dead.
Do you understand?
You're a pile of ash.
Do you know how teleporting works?
No, you said vaporize, not.
That's what
not
vaporizing is.
How to spell gaseous form.
Bruh, a fan. You're dead now. Wind.
Okay.
Wind.
Yes, existing. There is a constant breeze around me.
Your hair's always flowing in the wind.
Yeah, it in fact is.
Yes.
A wind that nobody else seems to be able to
Blowing in the wind.
Oh,
Connor,
sorry.
you good?
Yes.
I forgot this is an actual hair.
You
Blowing
forget
in the
it's not
wind.
actual hair. Blowing in the wind.
Yes. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to like
Sorry. So.
take Safi and just kind of like move Safi to my lap, and I'm going to start.
Yes.
This is how hair works, right? It goes in front of your face.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything. You have made a mess.
Philip.
It was already a mess, man.
Philip what has done would been have removed his mask after the bachelor
Probably
left.
in a braid anyway.
Nah, she isn't wearing a braid.
She's wrong.
Keep going. Keep going.
Brandishing his
Yes,
scar.
I
Yeah.
am waiting for the hour to be up.
I'm surprised not a single person in this entire campaign has asked me once about why Philip constantly wears a mask.
We don't care.
Just accept it.
I know.
You
I
know.
live with this fool.
Put it on.
You're not the weirdest thing going on right now.
No, that would be me.
Yeah.
Initially, there were plenty of people who could, especially at the king's
No,
party.
still not the weirdest.
It's not polite.
However, on the ship,
It's not polite. But then again, neither are we.
They'll just point and laugh. They're not going to say anything
Well,
to you
I
about it.
am polite.
Nobles are known
Actually, I might
either
relate to
remarkably
you
for their
more if I
politeness
knew.
or for their lack of manners.
I would argue that they're often known for their passive remarks that seem polite but are not.
Philip. You are correct.
Now you can do
Come
that.
in.
Yes. Well,
Stop.
Come in.
I'm doing much better now.
Come in.
What? You see Karen? You see Karen standing
this
there.
you should
Hi,
have
hello.
Oh.
I'm going to cast Force Quiet on the
Walks
stool.
past. Turns
You want-
around. Walks past. Did you check the basement?
For what?
Did she not tell you?
Did who
The
not tell me
basement.
what?
Never mind. He turns and walks away. Fine.
Go to the basement?
Do I eventually wander
There is-
into the basement? I can't just wander into the basement.
There's
Alright.
obvious mental battle going on in Leilani's head
Like-
because in one side, yes, she does very much want to go in the basement. On the other side,
Why would you trust what Karen said?
there are very likely to be many things she does not want.
My
to
low
go into the
intelligence is
basement.
buffering.
No, this is the worst basement.
It is the
Right.
worst basement,
Right.
but it's a basement.
Your low
There's
intelligence
something
is
down
making
there.
the gears turn.
Right. Well, feel free to go down to the basement.
Some rust
is
is
going to be
coming.
going down.
The cobwebs are being removed.
What if it's fun?
That's low intelligence.
No.
There it is.
It could be that.
It could be. But that requires more effort than I'm willing to put in at the moment.
Maybe later.
Heck no.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I will do that at some point.
Yes.
I'm busy reading.
Unless you do anything specific, the hour will pass. Before the hour, I will go back. Okay. It has now been an hour.
Ah, yes.
Cool.
Alrighty. Well, we should probably meet the others outside of the rooms. Now, at least until we get
Loki.
over with the
Yes. So
Ah.
Tom Hiddleston will play you.
yes,
In the
the diplomatic session.
You'll voice the
Probably
Lich
should
me too.
avoid antagonizing Jar and although
What are you talking about? I'm not known for antagonizing.
Liam
anybody.
O'Brien.
Put the mask
Aaron,
on.
Aaron, Liam O'Brien.
Liam O'Brien.
Yes, I hear
He
you.
sounds, but he's Doctor Strange.
I'll
In
be
the
on my
red
best
skull.
behavior.
that's the
So do you all meet outside in the hall?
Yeah.
Oh great, you're going to argue again. Yes.
not unless you have a particularly interesting topic to talk about.
I am a painting on the wall.
Right, well, we'll leave you to your...
You just
Painting.
ruined all your luck. He just... And you see as he walks out of the
You're gonna use all
off
your net.
camera effectively.
Where are you walking to? Did
don't
you
know.
just cease
No
to
one
exist?
know. No response.
Better than dealing with us. I
He doesn't
suppose.
exist
He walks
anymore.
off your leg.
Schrodinger's cat, he only exists in the painting. That's not how Schrodinger's cat works. Or does he?
He both simultaneously exists and does
There it is.
while he's in the frame, or while he's off frame.
Not out of the
Or does
library in an
But he is
hour.
always
Bro.
one or the other as soon as you check.
Yes.
Where is Navasari?
You would know.
I didn't know. I don't know. You didn't tell
Are
me.
we in charge of keeping track of
Thought
your
you-
servant now?
You had the.
Honestly, I do
track
not
of where
know.
she is. Oh yeah, I do know. I don't know where that is.
You know I'm
No.
right beside you.
I'm knocking on the painting. What? Where's the library? Thank you. You walk to the end of the hall. There's a wall there. Looks to. Is there a painting right there? Is there a painting around? No. In the center of the hall. He's not there anymore.
Did you lose track of time or something?
Yeah. Yes. How do I open the library? He doesn't come back. Is there any more paintings around? No. How is there only one painting?
Great question.
The
There
wall
you-
was
Maybe there used to
slowly
be
decorated.
more.
Yeah,
Where's your D20 for this?
it is currently downstairs.
I see.
It has made me very sad.
Dyer.
You ate it.
Dyer.
Yeah, because I was counting on
Dyer.
you're
Nothing
missing
happens.
3.
Dang it.
Yes.
Damn it.
And
And
How
one.
do I go into the library?
Do you know? What?
Goodness, how long?
What'd you roll?
Almost 15. Oh, I think it was a 14.
Quite a long time. In fact, you have no idea.
It-
I'm going to try to find Karen.
Yep.
You find him in the storage room downstairs, feeding his hellhound.
Sappy.
What? Tap, tap,
And I'm
tap.
going to
Stop touching me.
Sarah.
How do I open the
Sarah.
library?
I'm
Like-
going inside.
Like.
Maybe I don't
Sarah.
want to tell you.
Sarah.
I wouldn't
Okay.
threaten me in my uncle's house. I don't think he's cared so far.
He grew a pair of
My dad's stronger than your dad. Ha!
My dad beats your dad in a fight, and my uncle beats your dad in a fight.
My
My uncle
Rowdy
beats your
old
uncle.
library.
My uncle beats your corpse. What?
You were a jerk to the kid, and this is how it works.
Mm-hmm. Fine. I'll go find Kyron then.
You'll find him.
Fine, I'll go back. You are now back in the hallway. with them.
No, I am
No, to
on the
him.
other side of
What? Please. No.
Give it
What
a
you were mean to me.
Give it a buff.
I will roll. Intimidate.
Are you trying to intimidate the GM that you will roll?
I'm not
on
talking
intimidate?
to Yeah, he did. He said, I will roll this. Roll.
Bold.
No.
No, it's an one.
I was going to say no no matter what you rolled.
All right, then it doesn't matter.
No. You rolled. Show me your nat 1 intimidation skills.
You're just so mad you don't make words.
Yeah. He kicks you really hard in the knee.
What do you kick him in the knee before he escapes?
You're going to kick him in the knee in front of his hellhound?
No, I'm not going to do that.
You pull your leg back, you look at it, then you look at it staring there.
It's a large creature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is message a cantrip? Yes.
This is a cantrip you get.
Is it a cantrip you get?
I don't see why not.
Because
Magic
different
doesn't
classes
hear.
get different
I
things.
said I don't see why not, Ryan.
Because it depends entirely on what class you are. Especially if the largest distinction is whether you are an arcane or a divine caster.
Do not know if clerics get it. I don't
Yes,
think
are.
they do.
Clerics get message, but they do not get
Sending.
Arcane Mark.
read magic. I believe they also do not get.
Yes. Most people don't actually pick up read magic, which is a really fun
No,
thing.
I don't get that.
Because read magic is
Okay. You have lost track of time.
Yeah, no. How much time does a 14 make me lose? Like 30 minutes or an hour?
Or more.
I hope.
What are you two doing? As he's looking for Devassery.
And that entire time, we would have went down to the ballroom. Even if Chiron isn't there, Philip's waiting.
So, the library is at the end of this hallway, right? In our room.
Well, you have to knock 3 times. It'll appear.
Right.
The door
So-
will appear.
I'm thinking maybe.
You
I don't
you
know.
did not tell Chiron you were going to meet up with him. You said you were going to meet up
He
with
will
each
eventually
other.
find his way back to the ballroom.
No, I told him and I told.
Yeah, you told them.
I didn't. Yes. Well, as we discussed earlier, I believe that we weren't actually go. Chiron's the lord of the house, right?
Yep.
We were going to do it on his behalf.
But you never said you were going to meet up with him.
Yes.
I'm just letting him know that.
Yeah.
You went to
Um,
because he went to the ballroom.
Oh, okay. Well, as you start to walk, I say, should I? It's possible I may know where Devassery is. Should I go get her? I'm not certain, but
I'm just going to be sitting at the library door.
I mean, you could.
You don't know where it is.
It is.
He
I
knows
was
finally
told it was
about
right there.
Unless the library is
No.
extra-dimensional space.
What? The library is not behind me.
Is an
But I don't
extra-dimensional
know
space.
that. So therefore, you do
were
not
pointed
know.
at a wall. You would believe you were lied to.
Oh, yeah. I would. Yeah, you're right. You believe that this ring is telling you lies.
Well,
no, the ring doesn't tell me.
The ring isn't. But
In what direction? Oh, yeah.
There's a door
You
somewhere.
would believe the painting and lied to you.
You know there's a door somewhere.
Is
You
the
just have to
library
find it.
I'm
going to check. It's a pocket dimension.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Going to check. Oh yeah, so the ring is not telling you where she is.
I'm very mad.
Okay. Yeah. So while you're off looking for her, I'm just gonna check the library.
You go over, knock 3 times, the door appears, opens. Devassery is there, reading books. Now it tells
It's
you
time
where
to
she
go.
is.
Yes, you were downstairs
Is
threatening
it?
a small child.
Oh, no, not at this point. I said I was going
I did
back.
that while that's totally
This
like
is happening well.
5 seconds to do.
In the moment I noticed.
Yes.
Oh, is it that time already?
And you see Jar running upstairs.
I'm going to walk out.
She hasn't left the library yet.
Do you know how this building isn't that As
big.
soon as the door opens, he
Yeah.
knows where she is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
I will walk out of the
And you do see a door at the end of the hallway.
I knew it.
You point at the painting that's not there.
No, I'm pointing at the door.
And the door closes and disappears.
Okay. Let's go.
You in the bar?
Yep.
Yes, I would. Yes,
You're
go
just
down-
sitting
go
there,
downstairs and
looking
get you.
around, looking at this painting of the woman.
We got everyone together.
Except for Kyron.
Or didn't we discuss we were doing so on? We were talking with him on his behalf.
Well,
That his presence there would be more detrimental than it would be helpful.
I see. I suppose I don't fully understand. I think it would be best if he was at least there, so
Won't they try to attack him the moment they see him?
if they are reasonable, as you say, and despite the bias against him,
They
I
don't
believe they'll operate in good faith.
They don't know he's intelligent, much less have any faith he's good.
Then we'll approach them, let's say, just in a box around it.
They will probably hit him with spells that will heal us and hurt him.
Well, okay, we'll send someone forward first.
I
To
understand. Why is it that we aren't just going without him?
Because why would they just believe us without the person actually being there?
Same reason they would believe him. He told us, and we are telling them. It's not like there's any real proof.
No, it's just
We are emissaries in this instance.
I still think it would be better if he was there.
Hey.
Even if he didn't say anything.
Could you check the
His
basement?
presence will make it difficult.
We're doing that afterwards because right now I'm running.
It will put them on edge, on guard. And worst case scenario,
We will
he
do
will
the
start
next
a
time.
fuss.
Be here when you get back.
We will do the next test.
Best case scenario, it adds a little faith.
He might move it.
Well, then
Okay, bye.
I don't know.
Don't tell him I told you.
Okay. So could we delay
Why?
going on this for a small amount of time?
Why?
Again.
Why?
Well,
Devasri has to go to the basement.
yes, there seems to be something of interest in the basement.
Yes,
Okay.
but we can do that when we get back.
Or
That
we
might
can.
not be there when we get back.
Okay, we could just do it without you.
Why would it leave?
Might be a secret.
Splitting the party. Let's go.
Might be something that we aren't. Might be something that hints us as to what happened to his police that isn't exactly wanted to be found at the moment.
Well, we know what happened.
The whole story?
I don't. Fine. If you think it will have to do with the thing, we should check it out before we go. It's not like we have anyone to meet or time to set up a meeting, so
Though should we trust that little creature?
It's been nice to meet so far.
if it's pertinent, we should check it out.
Because
Are you certain it is related to what happened? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
And where does this information come from?
The small one.
Karen,
Yeah.
the small, mischievous,
He's been nice to me so far.
foolhardy child
Means
skeleton.
He's getting on.
He also seemed
He's getting on your good
very
side.
serious about this.
And it did seem that there was something in the basement.
Right. I'm just very concerned that he's leading you on a wild goose chase
For his own amusement.
and is having fun with you.
Or Jaren and Bill agree.
Yes.
Yes,
It
they
would
are.
be a shame for anyone to have fun,
I
now,
think-
wouldn't it?
Well, if that were the case, I believe it's worth the risk of finding information that would change the topic that we are discussing and the utmost importance.
Fine.
Thank you.
Are you about to head off?
No.
As Kyron walks in.
No, we're
we'll
not.
delay for, a little bit longer. Maybe 30 minutes.
Yes, half an hour and we will be on our way.
For what reason?
It seems there is a bit more preparations we'd like to do.
Well, if there is anything you need me from me, I will be happy to try and oblige.
Thank you.
We'll contact you. Needed.
And he goes over and sits down in front of the painting. And that is how you.
So, basement, I guess, is where we're headed. Do we know where that is? Are we following you?
They were
Shall
talking to
we?
you.
Yes, we shall go. And I will head off. Do I see Chiron?
Chiron is sitting in front of the
Okay.
painting. Karen? Yeah, you would see him. He's riding his hellhound around in the foyer.
Could you point us in the direction?
He points up to where the library is.
Up?
Sure.
Any specific passwords we need? Great. And I will quickly walk that way.
No. It's. I'm kidding.
Dismount.
And this barred gate appears.
Touch it. Locked.
Yes. A little more.
Let's go to the
I got this.
dimension of. Go to the dimension.
You see Karen walking up. He pulls off his ring finger. He picks the lock. Does he pick the lock? Go on.
Alright, in we go.
And you walk down the stairs. There are no torches down here.
I will
And any
cast
of you
light.
Okay. I don't need it. And it leads to this large room. There are a couple of cells. It's very hard to see, and there's this large black tapestry.
What is
Or
on
tapestry.
the tapestry?
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Black.
It's blank.
Is it? Yeah.
Hey,
It's blank.
Is it
Do you
spellcraft? It's a 20.
This is a ward. Dispel
Against
magic.
light.
Oh wait.
Is it preservation ward?
It is. Well, yes, but also it is. Living creatures cannot pass through.
Ah. Well, that complicates things.
Hmm.
Well, we tried.
You don't know this spell.
No, I know.
I'm gonna walk up to the thing.
And stick my hand.
pretend.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna try to push my hand.
Okay.
Whatever.
Reflex save. I want to intimidate it into letting me pass. Oh, it's a 9?
I think.
I want to intimidate it to let me pass. You take 10 points of damage.
Oh.
Of necrotic damage.
Oh.
And you see this, like, green energy just sear down your arm.
Ow.
This veil,
What's
it
wrong
is a solid?
It looks like just fabric.
Right.
Quick question. Completely unrelated and out of character.
want to intimidate it. Do what I say.
Whatever happened to his sister?
She's went back
still
to
home.
Norwich.
Okay.
I would like
Glad
to.
to-
Don't worry, I know where she is.
I'll take my
Dead.
dagger
Wait,
and
no.
see if I can just push it aside because it's.
You're not
sensitive
living.
damage.
It's not living. It moves kind of like a
lick.
wave, but it does not.
Oh, so it seems like it's.
When just looking at it, it looks like fabric, but it's more of a bubble.
Away.
Yeah.
Water. Pop. A water bed. Touching it is like a bubble. Touching it is like. You know what I mean. No, with the dagger, it just.
Interesting.
I want to convince it. Do what I. Sorry, your charisma is not going to work. Dang.
Oh, think so.
Do what I say.
I will seduce it.
Move. No.
I'm gonna seduce the lock. 13.
What lock?
There's no lock to seduce.
It's a magical one.
So, sister, when you touched this, what is it? It doesn't seem to do anything.
Dead. It's dead.
It's an undead creature.
No. It is in fact imbued with the same kind of thing that undead creatures are, also known as the inverse to what you use.
Oh, it has negative
Attack
energy.
it.
It has what?
It
Negative
has
energy.
negative energy.
Yes.
Attack.
I see.
Yeah, because that'll work.
If you get past this barrier, would it be safe on the other side?
I would not recommend doing so.
Right, but if you could.
Good, yes.
How about just removing it?
That is the way these wards work.
Right. Then... And when you touched it, you can pass through it. Right, was it solid? Did it stop you, or did it just hurt?
My arm is like scorched, but no, it did not stop me.
Right.
No.
Who wants to go through?
Can we?
One person can.
How?
I have I know a spell to. It allows you to resist a type of energy.
Right, well, I'm not going.
You can say the type of energy it is. Yes, it has to be an energy, but
Did they actually stop her though?
No.
Okay.
It just hurt like heck.
Okay.
I would go through if I was not getting roasted.
If you didn't go through and it would kill you instantly. Right?
Right.
I'm brushing off the.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm quite confident.
All right. Is this acceptable, Philip?
Sure. I don't really want to be here in the first place, so...
I will cast energy resistance. Yes. Yeah. And you are now resistant
Vaporized.
to
How many uses of
necral
that do you
energy.
have?
1.
Oh. Very
Energy
good.
resistance?
Yeah.
Very good.
You are resistant to it.
What does that mean?
That's a great question.
Resistance in Pathfinders, you just take less damage from it.
Oh, well, yes, but no.
Yeah, yes.
Well, it does not give you resistance.
I think that's
It gives you effects. I'm just not telling him what they are.
okay. Great.
Is the spell you're talking about resist energy?
It is energy resistance.
That's not a spell.
Okay,
Right.
then it is a spell
Oh,
that has a very
no,
similar
it's
name.
just- There is literally resist energy as a spell.
That's probably it then.
I'm going to walk.
Necro is not one of those. It is acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic.
Interesting.
Oh! Negative energy is not technically an energy type in that kind of damage.
Interesting. Okay. No, never mind then.
So that whole
I would-
interaction did
yeah.
not happen.
I would.
It says that you gain resist energy 10 against the energy type chosen.
Yes.
Decent.
Okay, then.
Just want to make sure you're not using a spell incorrectly.
Yes. That's fair.
This is the only spell that I found that could do something like that. There might be more.
Yes. So, yeah. So it just hurts you as you walk through.
Yes.
Right.
It will also probably hurt you on the way out, but
Yeah, I am going to pass through the barrier.
Okay. Since you're just walking through, I'm not
I'm
gonna
just
make
going
you
to
roll
take
a
the
reflex
damage.
save.
Yep.
That is 9 points of damage.
Ow.
As it's
Ouch.
it's not burning your clothes, it's just burning you. You walk through and you are on the other side. On the other side, you see chained up to the wall with 2 chains on the arms is a succubus.
Oh,
Oh!
that's
So what I said about a demon was right.
that's a development.
Oh, hello.
And can you roll knowledge local?
No.
It is a 0.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's even worse than a -1.
I would ask you to roll intelligence, but I know that's a bad idea.
It is the same roll.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it. Roll intelligence. Get a natural 20.
And yeah, there is also a chain around her neck, keeping her from speaking.
Is it?
It's not. It's like chained up to the wall, and
Oh,
her
okay.
arms are chained to the wall. But she can. She can move to the point where she cannot get to the ward.
That's a okay. So how
Can you
much
hear us in
distance do I
there?
feel like she has?
Can you hear us in there? She's about. She could get about 5 feet away from you.
Great. Okay, but that would be her arms as well. Have that restraint.
Yes.
Okay.
But she just.
Okay.
Can you hear us in there?
But you do see that she looks in your direction. I'm trying to ask. Kyron, is that you?
No. Are you blind?
Who is this?
My name's Leilani.
Leilani. I do not know you.
No, I
Can
expect
you
so.
hear us?
No sound. I didn't think so.
So,
Why are you here?
uh,
Has he sent you here for me to feed?
unlikely.
No. He doesn't.
Aaron
He wouldn't do that.
Why are you here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Right, I am here to ask you why you're here.
Well, how do you know I am?
I didn't.
So, you did not come to ask me a question.
My purpose was unclear, but after arriving, I do believe that is the reason I am here.
Why am I here? Because my love put me here.
I see. Does this person happen to look at
Yes.
all like the lady?
No, I had you roll, but you failed.
I'm
you
not
don't know.
thinking that.
You can roll again at advantage.
Right, so that would be
Roll again.
17.
Roll again. You could get a natural 20. You did not.
That would be a 17.
No,
Yeah.
15. It looks like
No, no,
a.
You get a -2, Ryan.
The painting
Yes,
looks
I
like
have
a human version
I
of
get
her.
advantage, I get +2.
The painting looks more like a humanoid version of her, a more human version.
Fascinating.
Got the horns and the
Wings.
skin. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Why?
Why? To protect me, I suppose.
From what?
Those who would wish me harm.
Surely. Was this his best way of doing that?
I suppose not.
Then why would this be the reason the way he chose to do it?
I do not know. You should ask him. Though I'm not sure he would
No, I don't.
quite like it, knowing that you were down here.
I'm sorry, Are you okay with this?
Yes.
Being down here, chained to the wall?
Yes. This is to keep me safe.
From the people who wish to harm you?
Among other things.
Like what?
Perhaps to keep me from feeding.
There's
Among
no...
those he does not wish to be fed upon.
How long have you been down here?
Quite a long
Go
time.
3 feet.
I don't know.
Quite a long time, so we should.
Yeah. I have not seen the sun
There's
in many years.
no one up above except for undead.
Oh, I knew that. I told him he should do that.
Oh. Then you can't feed on anything.
He brings me people.
Right. Okay. Well, it was lovely speaking to you. And
Good.
it was very informative. And you sure you don't want to be not here?
Oh, I would very much like to be not here. But this is for the best.
Right, but so you choose to stay here?
No, I do not choose to stay.
Right, but if you had the choice.
I would leave.
Right, okay. So how can I help you get out?
No.
Just unlock these chains.
I don't have a key.
There is not a key.
So,
Break them.
with what?
I do not know. Do you not have a weapon?
I pull out my dagger.
She can't see it.
I say, I have a dagger.
Do you not have magic?
A little, but it usually fixes things. I could heat them up.
That would help.
That would hurt her.
No, it wouldn't.
She's
Positive
a
energy.
demon. She has.
They do not take. Do not take fire damage.
Yeah.
Positive energy.
Well,
That's not what he's talking.
No,
talking
I'm
about.
talking
There's-
about. I'm talking burning disarm. Which chains are a weapon if you choose to use them as such.
that positive energy is just for undead.
Yeah. Holy stuff can hurt them, but not positive.
Yeah.
That's not classified as holy.
Um.
Do it.
No.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, you have to attempt to use those as a weapon.
I am chained to the wall.
Yes, if you can. If you can attempt to wield them, then I can heat them up.
Use attempting. Go ahead.
All right. I will go ahead and cast burning disarm on them.
Okay. And it just basically heats them up quite a bit.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we're just standing out here.
It makes them red hot. Yeah.
And it
Dark
starts
is walking back
one of the
and
chains starts glowing red hot, and then at the part just snaps off. Patrick, I've been walking back and forth in front of the ward.
Right. Do you need help with the others?
She grabs the other, her hand starts heating it up. She grabs the one around her neck. Snap.
Thank
Because
you.
I rolled bad.
You're welcome. Well, I suppose.
She stands up.
What'd you get?
She's a little taller than you.
Well, I should probably be going. I have a lot to talk about with my master.
And
I will too. You and I.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, it's pain time.
Pain time.
Before I do that, I am going to use the use of channel positive energy because ow.
Nice.
All right. Yes. Suddenly, you are hit with a burst of positive energy that heals you 11 damage.
No, it doesn't go through the ward.
Well, never mind.
Why not?
It
Because
stops
he
it.
said so.
That's not how wards work. Okay.
This word works.
Usually.
It goes through walls.
This is not a wall.
This is not
Okay.
technically a wall.
Wall.
That's fine.
Technically, this kind of ward does not exist. So,
Okay, that's fine.
for being honest,
I think it does actually.
no, I made this up.
All wards in Pathfinder will damage you for being inside them. Anyway,
I said ward. It's not technically a ward.
These
So-
parts of this building.
It's a shield.
anyway, yes, I will then walk through. I'll take the damage.
Take 11 points of damage.
Ow.
Welcome back.
And yes, you are healed 6 points.
Ah,
Anyone else who is damaged is also healed 6
I
points.
have not been. And you are now out of the shield.
Right, so
Welcome back.
he was keeping his wife locked in the cellar and feeding them her living creatures.
Well, if he's
What?
into that, I guess.
what?
Well, she is
That is what was on the other side of this wall.
being what she is.
What?
So I
Feel
was
down for
right.
helping him.
The demon.
Did she explain why, or
Yes, apparently, it was to protect her.
Patrick.
did she believe it?
Yes.
I swear, if I did it
unfortunately.
again. There's this sizzling sound. This feminine arm goes. She's. Oh wait, no.
She's coming out, yeah.
She's not undead, is she?
But no, she's a demon.
A demon. They still take negative energy damage. They're not classified as negative energy.
This is gonna hurt.
Yes.
Kyron.
And you see as this succubus walks out.
I'm going to allow him to just.
I want an explanation from him.
And if he decides that we shouldn't have had this information and decides to kill us,
Well, we're on his land already.
I'm walking
He probably has very many resources. As
Out of the room. I just grab her arm
yes,
like
but he
that.
doesn't count.
And she stands there. You just hear her go. Flash.
And you are.
This
Lilith,
what?
nice to meet you. Man thing.
Philip. Do
Do you want more?
So your husband,
No.
It's a lot.
your partner, whatever. You say he kept you in there for your safety.
Yes.
Did you believe that it was for your safety?
Yes. And it was. Do not know if it is anymore, as I believe the threat is gone.
He's also a man.
What was the threat exactly?
Oh, there was. Holy warriors coming to kill me, from what I remember.
Well, that
And his servants and followers believe they should throw me to them.
his methods of doing so
He kept her down there.
are questionable, certainly. Protecting one's significant other against those who would undoubtedly kill her painfully.
No, Philip, this is wrong.
Yes, but what they were also doing was going to be wrong.
Right, but you can't.
At this point, I see that no party is better.
You are quite interesting, trying to justify protecting a demon.
That's not the problem here.
No.
You are an intelligent creature and perfectly capable of existing. There's no one that isn't something
Yes.
we're discussing.
My existence is inherently harm to others.
Not inherently.
Okay,
I cannot live without harming.
what if I told you that the Holy Warriors are still here?
Oh, they're not. Are they? How long has it been? Is Lord Erebeth still around?
Who?
Lord Erebeth.
Do we know a Lord Erebeth?
Roll knowledge history.
Specifically, is he a lord of current places?
No.
Flat 16.
You might have heard stories of a legendary holy warrior.
How old are these stories?
Legends.
Legends.
I've heard, legends and myths of.
Oh, then I suppose he probably died
Yes.
from old age. Good for him.
Gives me GLaDOS vibes.
I think that was my point.
Yeah.
Good
So-
for him.
You don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's you.
He is in the wrong, and I don't see if she is in
Do you know
wrong
who-
in any way.
No.
I don't think
I'm
she's
not
in
saying
the
that she's in the wrong. I am not. I'm not saying. I'm not.
Did you guys go back upstairs?
I'm not
Yeah,
saying-
he's just dragging her along.
I'm not defending
away
her
from
entirely,
Head out, and I'm going to be
which is
waiting
why
by-
I want to talk to
When
you.
you head up,
Going
you
back to
see
the-
Karen is
Listen,
standing at the door.
Way too much power. For
Did you
us
find
to
it?
Have any kind of
Yes.
reasonable footing
Yeah.
to
And I
discussion
walk
with
past
What
with
did-
the room.
me?
What did you do with it?
We haven't
Oh.
really seen a full.
Have you seen the control he
Yeah.
built over this land?
The fire didn't work last time.
Who is she to
That
you?
amount of magical control is
Nothing.
far
Who is she
beyond
to
anything I can do.
No one.
I'm not leaving here without talking to her.
I don't want her free. I want her dead.
Dead.
I'm not. I won't.
He's
One moment.
going to kill
I need to
you.
No,
go find someone.
I
That
do not
creature has
believe
been
you will.
unleashed on the world. You see Karen.
He had no problem feeding people to this woman.
He starts
He's
to
not
head
going to have a
outside.
problem hiding a secret from you.
Can I talk to you for a
There's
Yeah.
things
I know
we
you
still
remember.
don't know.
Yes,
John,
but there's
can you
a price to be paid for information. At this point, the risk is too high.
Maybe vegetables.
I think you're assuming the worst of him.
I am being careful.
Karen?
And that's commendable.
Yeah.
You said he was on your own.
No.
But I genuinely believe
No.
he may be hostile, but I do not think he will outright attack me
You you won't leave until he will
My
you get this
kidnapper?
information.
until I talk to him.
I'm a child. Don't you see?
Whether or not he gives me the information,
I'm
You
not
will have this
Karen
discussion.
Warwick.
yes.
Who are you?
Then
Karen Erebus.
hear this plan out.
Say 24.
You go back.
Lord Renshaw
to the
Arabic is
office.
a legendary
To the
holy
church.
warrior.
He's the son of holy warrior. When you are safe,
Who
then
died
I ask
long
him
ago.
about this.
A
And
long
if he
time
kills
ago.
me,
No.
Is there a legend about his death?
No, I'm shutting that
died
down
in Scarface.
right now.
Philip, you
There's
cannot
some reason
kill
people say.
story.
There's some people say
it's
that
my
he'll go
life.
missing and
I
never
certainly
come back.
It's far too important.
Because he went there, did not come back. He was the first one to do that.
This is the reason you have people underneath you to delegate tasks.
And all of
Well,
this happened.
It's not like it's doing me any good right now, is it? My social
I need to
status
go
really
talk
doesn't
to
matter
those
anyway.
Holy
It
people.
matters to me.
To kill. They'll kill.
You're going to be king one day.
They will
Philip,
kill.
or
Oh, that's not.
possibly going to be king
What?
one
I
day.
would like you to
You are at
roll.
least going to be
I'm
a
not
lord.
here. No. I would like you to roll something. When he says he needs to go get them, I would like you to roll intelligence.
That's
Kyron
far
said
more
that Karen
important.
would die
Is
if he
it?
left this house.
Yes,
Whether you believe
What
him or
makes
not.
it more important?
That's what he said.
because the amount of sway you will have, the amount of people's lives you can change.
Maybe I don't want to change all those people's lives. Maybe I just want to change mine.
Okay, well, you have the ability to do that as well.
And I'm enacting that. I'm
I'll
taking advantage of
distract
it
him.
now.
He thinks that I believe I'm his
Don't.
nephew.
You have so much to do.
I'll
You
distract
have
him.
so much.
And just stay here. I will.
I have to live for myself
Yes.
every once in a
Karen,
while.
Yes.
I can't always act within what people expect from me because
I'm
I'm
not
supposed to
saying
grow
you-
into something.
Oh,
Great.
But you all can't throw away your life like this.
You are assuming that I'm throwing away my life.
Yes, I would assume if you go into a situation with a man far stronger than you and make him angry on purpose, that you could be
This-
in grave danger.
This man has been.
I don't have the
Gracious
diplomacy.
and kind
Well,
and a good man for all we know, but he's obviously been keeping very, very dark secrets.
you go.
We all have dark secrets.
Not people locked in a basement that we feed human beings to.
You're correct.
I can't respond.
But she went along with it, didn't she? She
She
agreed.
didn't want to be there.
But she
She did
also
not choose to be there.
she
I asked her, and she said she did not choose to be there. She was forced into that without any choice.
but she also viewed it as for her own safety.
But she did not want it.
I wouldn't want it either, but if it kept me alive,
Your dog.
This is
sometimes you have to do the things you don't want to.
This is far beyond that, and you know it.
Yes. This, unequivocally, I will say, is
Maybe he has reasoning. Yes. Maybe.
wrong.
Maybe he had reasons that you could pass him on it. But if this is something that we were not supposed to find, regardless of his reasoning, he would be completely within his right to take retribution. And I do not want it to be on you. It cannot be on you.
No. No, because Karen led us here.
Yes, but yes, his brother did lead us here. We don't know why.
While I believe that Karen is mischievous and foolhardy and only seeks to cause trouble, I don't think he would send us to our deaths.
I don't think he would if he. I don't know what. I think he was trying to give us information, not. But I don't think he ever intended us for his brother to find out,
His uncle.
uncle to find out. He didn't.
I have
Hello.
to talk to him. I can't.
Can I interject with something here?
Oh, you
Oh, hello.
Feel free.
Yes.
Hi. Who are you?
Good morning. Would you
Is
like
it
to help us
morning?
with the problem?
What problem? No one's asked me for help in a long time.
There's some people on the island that you need to get rid of.
No.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's not.
What people?
No.
I'm going to kind of pull you back.
I know you're down there,
to
by
where.
the way.
Oh,
Everyone know that.
Don't.
I know
yes.
you're down there.
This is.
We're
Alright,
not
I'm
asking.
going to turn you around, and I'm going to message you a little bit. First off, turns out Karen is not who he said he was. Sorry, Karen is not who he said he was. He is in fact the child. He is in the line of the holy person who died here a long time ago.
Right.
He was going to go and do something that in all reality would have killed him, and try to get those holy people to kill her, because she is the reason that she is undead and why people keep things up here.
Okay.
I want to help Karen. He seems like a sweet person.
Sweet. That's right.
And so the plan here was to get her to fight the holy people.
I don't know if they would stand a chance.
How are you doing, man thing?
It's Philip.
Philip.
And
Man
I'm
thing,
conflicted.
Philip.
Okay, Philip, man thing.
I'm going to cast Detect Fiendish Presence.
Yes. She's a devil. Or demon.
Is she in the 7 or lower hit dice?
What effective level is she?
What effective level is she in?
I mean, you don't have to tell us. Just tell us if she's higher or lower.
She's not low. She's in the 7 range.
I kind of like look at her a little bit and say, there are quite a bit of them increasing. If we helped along, I believe it would be fine.
Why are you here, Philip Manthing?
Great question.
I will think for a minute and I'll say, fine.
I was
Yes.
escaping some.
Yes, I agree.
You have something of great value on you. I can smell it.
You can what?
He was trying to hide it.
Maybe I'm just smelling you.
Yes.
Karen is going.
No.
Is that a compliment?
You smell nice.
Yes, that makes sense. I understand what's happening now. Thank you.
Thanks.
No.
Now I have.
The thing in your pocket.
Yes.
Come on, Rostin, promote him.
Me?
It's
No,
quite
no, you-
valuable.
Philip would.
And
I would keep it someplace safe.
sorry, it's going to stay with me.
I know. That's what I said. Yes. I said it needs to be somewhere safe.
Oh, I thought you said I could keep it somewhere safe.
No, she
I was
said
like,
you should
no.
keep it somewhere. She said you should keep it somewhere safe.
Well, unfortunately, my pocket would have to do.
That won't be good enough.
We don't really have anything safer.
Were you talking loud enough to where I could overhear?
Message.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I turned around so we can read our lips.
Uh-huh.
It's raining. It is raining.
It's rain.
Don't know if you know that.
You're dying.
You have to fight the boss.
Dry as bone out there.
Dried bone is my favorite snack.
And
I like bones.
I believe we should trust her.
What's the information?
Where are you, Jar?
I'm currently at the rooms waiting, because I said it. I told her to meet me there. When she's done talking to Karen. Now after this.
Yes.
It's just, yeah.
I don't see why any of it really matters at this point.
Where are you? Did you go back?
No.
I can't tell you here.
Why not?
Would you kindly just step behind that ward?
Fine.
We are trying to speak privately.
It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you, Philip Manting.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, with that, Philip
Yes.
will turn and walk out. Walk up.
I need to follow Philip. I'm sorry. I'll be back.
Goodbye.
Are you going to take Philip out?
He's leaving, yes, and I'm following, and you guys are So yes, I'm going to have a quick conversation with Philip while this happens. I'm assuming you just want the information.
Oh, yeah.
You don't smell nice.
What did you say?
You stink. I know why you stink.
I shut up
Meat knows why too.
and then smile and say, and I would say you repulse me, but I'm nicer for that.
Good for you. It's because she's an Athmart, right? Yeah, sure. That's what I think, at least. That's one of the things.
That's one of those.
Yes.
You don't know your do.
How? Most
I
don't.
did have parents. I was able to talk
Oh
to
yeah,
them
that's
before
fair.
they
Yeah,
died.
that's
They
true,
wouldn't
that's
have
true.
known what you were.
So Asimars. My bloodline is an Asimar bloodline.
That's right. I remember now.
Yeah. Although
I really
it
need this
seems the
wellness.
master of the house at least like you a little bit since he is your husband.
No. He is my love, not my husband. We succubi do not marry. We breed.
What an interesting man, though. I have heard many tell of your kind, and most of it does not seem nice.
I suppose. We're not nice. Well, we're very nice. To some.
I doubt I would be taking your kindness.
I know. Didn't I say you stink?
I'm glad you think so.
My brother, on the other hand.
He is not someone I am wanting to meet.
I'm sure you wouldn't. His name is Glady.
Incubi are very low on my priority of meeting, behind Satan himself.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, sorry, different book. Different religion.
So that was my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. If I stab him 700 times in the neck.
I saved a soul today. My own.
No, it's saved a soul today. My own. Yes. Do you leave?
No, I'm sitting there staring her down.
How long?
How are you doing?
Alive currently.
Which one is the good party, Karen or Karen?
Karen.
Because after 5 minutes, I'm coming down.
So you do come down by this point.
Come.
Hello.
It seems we are going to deal with
Ye-
our problem.
You are not man thing. Are you?
Let's
you,
go.
You are man, but not man
I
thing.
grab her and try to get out of the room.
I will follow.
She like floats over to you.
Uncomfortable.
Hello. Why are you running from me?
Just for the
I
area.
don't think
I'm going
I-
to cast Scourge on him.
What does that mean?
Just because of what the spell name.
What does it do?
You have another. You have to bring it. But just because, why the heck?
He might need it.
Scourge on
I
basic
don't
against
think
the
I'm
sun.
worthy.
You're not worthy. Everyone's worthy.
We are.
I say,
Goodbye.
I'm too good at that.
You play a character, don't you?
I'm too
Play
good at that.
character.
What is the plan?
So, and I will message to him, like, go up to his ear and kind of come in the middle. So,
We are on the stairs.
yes, but she might be listening.
This is true.
I have zero trust in Succubus.
Oh. As you should. As you shouldn't.
And what I will say to you is, the plan is to get her to fight the holy people and deal with two problems at once.
You see, our host could also be, will be a problem.
Eventually, yes. We will burn
Probably
that bridge.
right.
We will burn that bridge when we come to it.
No, we will burn it with holy.
Well, fire is holy, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It actually is.
Really?
Well, fire is talking about holy fire. So,
Now he gets hurt by positive energy. He gets hurt by positive energy.
and hellfire.
Yeah.
Smite.
And fire.
Evil undead gets smoked.
Yes. That is a plan, isn't it? We must make sure they are prepared. We must warn them.
Can I leave that to you? Builds reputation with family.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Speak well.
I don't like Philip.
That's okay. So
You don't.
Yeah.
So where
I'm
were
on-
you two?
Oh, we are still upstairs. I'm going to try and contact Seraph to see what's going on.
Sarah is around my.
Yes, he is.
They're
Snake
currently
Star.
on the stairs.
Yeah, we are currently on the stairs, and he is.
Have you convinced her to do the thing?
No, I am actually currently going down to talk to her.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah.
And I'm going up and out.
I will
Welcome
meet upstairs.
back. I'm going up the stairs.
It seems that I have gotten
No.
most of the people. It seems I have gotten a majority of the people who
That is
We're
not
with
an
us.
enter button.
to agree
It's
that
real close.
yes,
And it's
would be-
close.
It would be a good idea to have you help us with that.
Close enough way to do this.
And what was that problem again?
It is true.
There is, in fact, a bunch of holy people. A bunch of holy people disturbing.
Are they of Arabic?
Oh,
No.
Good. Good.
I like this.
no, I do not.
They're
Arabic could have killed me. You should tell me that.
that is
You should tell me that.
to be expected. You have to kill them in hell to kill them for real. As it is, we'll stick them back where he came from for a while.
Heck off.
Heck off.
Punishment.
Back to hell with you. Heck off.
Demon. Name's.
I feel like Philip would go.
My name's Damon.
No, John would do.
Either way, I would,
Who are these holy people of?
the Veil, also known
What
as
is that?
seeking out of the knowledge for knowledge's sake itself. Although, they were following a mysterious god.
What was its name?
Everborn, have you heard of it?
No. Wait, no. Everborn. No.
Lovely. Yeah, no,
I suppose it must be new.
That would be a pain.
New gods.
Anyway, I
New
would
gods.
lead you to them since I don't think you know where they are, do you?
No. Please take me.
And I will start walking out.
Slowly.
She's on her way.
Slowly. As I get up the stairs. Let's go. We are warning them.
Alrighty. So yeah, we're gonna head.
I
That
am
way.
running.
I am walking.
Okay.
Oh, is that what the plan was?
Yes, I am warning them. I told her I would be warning them.
Okay. Well,
I'm going
I know
to tell
your
you
plan
that I said
was.
that. That I said I would be
I
warning
was
them.
going. Yeah. The plan was if they weren't going to warn them, I was going to. But since it's already
We must
covered,
warn.
I'll just join.
Let's make them
So
ready.
you're running there. Are you guys running there?
I don't see a reason to.
Okay. So you're following Jar and walking. And-
I mean, I was just gonna wait for the people to come up the stairs and follow them.
Okay. Follow them?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Philip following them or following Jar?
I mean, if Jaron says to come, then Philip
We
can choose
must
to.
warn.
No, he's not following.
I didn't
understand.
I understand. Garrett's going by himself.
I understand.
All
That's
right.
fair. I'm going ahead.
Speed run the undead course.
Speed run.
And you three are leading her up the stairs, then down to the foyer where you see Kyron standing there. Like,
Morning.
hello, my love. Hi. Hello, I am GLaDOS. You're helpful. I see you have met the guests. I have. They're quite nice. Here's Karen.
Yes. I do quite like succubi.
Where are they taking? Where are you taking them?
They are
I don't believe it was in your-
creatures of adoration in my
I don't believe it was in the
specific school of religion.
I don't believe it was in our agreement that we couldn't have a bit of help with our mission.
Kind of like
I don't
neutral
believe that should
angels.
be quite effective.
Neutral angels. I understand that, but that is my view.
It's. You should not go with. You should stay here. It's safe. I can take care of myself.
Take care.
I'm sure you can. But these are dangerous men. I can take care of men.
Oh, I know you can.
It's a good thing half the party's female.
A male.
The male. Male.
Keep her safe.
Come on.
Certainly.
And he goes back upstairs.
I don't think she likes this.
She said she likes it. So you have reached the guys while they're heading.
You see me, they see me running up.
Hello. We have another one. I don't eat people. And the dwarf looks. Good. That is nice.
I appreciate people who do not eat other people.
Yes.
Do you know? So you know the others? Unfortunately. Then why did they eat people? You know, that's a great question.
I don't have time to get into that.
We don't have time to unpack all of that.
Well, we don't have time to unpack all of that.
Okay, but only if people get real cool with a lot of stuff.
Real quickly.
So, I'm here to warn you of a succubi coming your way. A what? You know, a succubi. A succubus. A size. I don't know. I don't care. Succubuses. A succubus. A demon. Succubus. A demon is what they're
Like
like.
an insult.
What? A demon. There is more than undead here? Yes, this is the reason there are undead. Oh! So if we slay this succubus, then the undead will go away? No, but it'll make sure there is no succubus anymore. Where? On its way. What? Yes, on its way. I am here to warn you so that you can be ready for it. Okay. Prepare an ambush. Please. And several of the clerics. Are you prepared? Pull out maces from their robes.
I'm very low.
Did you have enough to deal with the Lich?
I had to see base.
What? Did you?
I think that would be
I need to know that you can
I did
handle
consider
this.
that they possibly could have had maces,
I-
very small.
I need to
maces.
know. You know, normal size maces. I need to know that you could.
No, they have
Pulls out from
pencil-sized
between
pieces.
Normal size maces could have easily been hidden.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking like base.
No. I need to know that you can handle
They
this.
can.
We can handle this. Will you help?
They are a little long to hide underneath.
No succubus needs to be on this planet.
At your waist.
This is a maze.
They would be noticeable.
Right here, perfectly
I
hidden.
know, but like, I was thinking fantasy.
A short sword.
Fantasy
You mean Skyrim mace. Or Skyrim Warhammer.
Even straight down. You can tell.
Fantasy.
Yes.
Another leg.
I was wrong. I quickly learned.
To be fair, you were really looking for it.
A little, but it is another thing there.
I think you are also underestimating how creepy clerical robes can be.
Yes, they could have been very creepy.
Same fucking
So,
don't
I pull up my
think-
falcon.
I just think it's a border.
I think it's further from the border.
yeah, it's way further inland. And I'm going to follow them. They're just.
I know.
There's some of them are hiding in the trees and bushes.
Choose to look first.
And the dwarf just pulls out his hammer and shield. Just lifts up his
Be
shield.
ready to use that smite of yours.
Yes.
You know the only reason he knows this is because he was trained by
Yes.
Vale, specifically. I'm just
If I
making sure you know
could introduce ourselves.
Darn, it's sexy.
I am Sir Cedric.
Been to Norwich.
Please start moving.
Yes, I'm from there.
You can take your second.
You! Pleasure. And you are leading the succubus down the path.
So how many men were there?
Yes, 7, I believe that's true.
I think it was 8.
8, really?
Because there was the leader with
Oh yes, he was a dwarf.
I can handle dwarves.
I've got to head out soon, just so you know.
Okay. Well, we're not. I'm assuming.
As we're not gonna fight the boss today,
No. In fact, we're going to end here.
because we don't have time for that.
That's a good place.
Thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Whoever did.
I wanted to say one line.
Well, say the line.
It was just like we were getting to the place where they should have.
Did you stop it? You haven't stopped it yet, have you?
No.
I was expecting us to like get to the place where we were about to fight.
Nah.
Just kinda
No,
like
that's
go-
gonna be the beginning of
Oh no! Next day we're gonna
No, no.
start with me roll.
No,
rolling
you
initiative.
know, this is like
Okay,
this is like at the end of Desolation of Smog.
We get to the place and it's just they're supposed to be here.
There's only a
Very
dwarf.
confused.
Where are they? That's just the dwarf.
That's where we're gonna.